Showtime in the stadium, lights so bright we can't sit still. Hot dogs and a cold chill, we go wild just for the thrill. Cheerleaders doing their dance, crowd in a football trance. Friends and beers in every hand, living life like we planned. Let's step and go, we won't slow down in this wild football show. Let's step and go, we'll make some noise in this big crowd we know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, one and all, to today's live stream. What's going on, guys? We've got a good game for you today. This is starting to become the the Grossi and Brandon Perna kind of game here. It is Green Bay Packers versus the Denver Broncos. Today, I will be your host. My name is Mario. I'm super excited to cover this game here with y'all today. And boy, oh boy, is it a really good preseason game. Now, a couple of question marks here for the Green Bay Packers, of course. Well, you guys know that it's preseason, and so we're probably not going to see any of the starters here today. That's okay. We might see a little bit of Jordan Love. We might see a little bit of Jaden Reed or a little bit of, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to see Tucker Kraft come in at all for this one. Luke Musgrave has been ruled out for today's contest. I don't know who we are going to expect starting today, but I'll get you more information once I see them out here. Shout out to Dave Olaf, who's in the chat right now. Quade Pearson says hello. Quade Person, hello, Quade. We've got Space Explorer saying hello. Notify checks in, says, I thought you got signed to ESPN. What up, Notify? How you doing? It's No Daffy. Notify, welcome back. New photo there, too, I can see. Let's do the chat overlay so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm seeing here. Quade, Tracy, Robert, Samora. What up, Robert? How are you? Fist bump, sir. We've got Earth Citizen. Donovan saying Bo Nix is playing. I do have Bo Nix in the starting lineup right now. Ben N. Sider says, what's up? What's up, dude? How you doing? Tommy Braskett says, you may see the starters for a few series here. Yeah, a couple of possessions. This wouldn't be surprised to see them for a couple of possessions, but I don't expect them to play a whole quarter, much less a whole half or even a whole game. Notify says, long time no see, my guy, seriously. And with this photo, if it wasn't for your name, I would not have been able to put the two together, bro. So good to have you back, man. Good to have you back. Cassandra's in the chat. What up, Cassandra Marie? Looks like Courtney says hello and happy Friday to everyone. What's going on, Courtney? How are you and Steve today? Welcome in. 901 Humble says fist bumps. What up, 901? Welcome in, my friend. Angel Dust is in the house. Looks like Michael says hello, Mrs. Jagular. Welcome, Mrs. Jagular. And to the rest of you guys, what's going on? Snagger family, what's up, man? How are you, my friend? Welcome in. Feed Sammy chicken, says Kenneth Garrow. He actually had plenty of chicken today. Unky James says hello. Already got one lit, says Hustler. What up, Hustler's Anonymous? The One-Handed Baron says, what's up, Mario? Back at it again. Yeah, dude. Because ball is life. CCSS says, waiting for the next World Cup stream. It's going to be a while before we do our next World Cup stream. Last I checked, we're not going to have a World Cup until 2030. So could be a long time till we get back to that. Anyways, there's a lot we got to talk about, guys. The more we do these pre-games, the better and more efficient we're getting through these pre-games. And our pre-game yesterday, we ran out of time towards the end. So let's talk about some of the numbers here up front early as we head into this Packers-Broncos game. Real quick, though, I got to get a feel for the chat. Looks like the majority of you guys, out of 115 votes, 55% of you are leaning towards the Denver Broncos, with 45% of you saying that you are rooting for the Green Bay Packers today. All right, man. Let's see. Let's see who wins this one. Let's start by taking a look at the away team here today, which in this case, it is the Green Bay Packers. Stats for the Green Bay Packers are right in front of you here, ladies and gentlemen. We have color graded all of this for those of you. In 2025, The Green Bay Packers finished the season at 9-7-1. Not exactly a great season for the Green Bay Packers. It could have been worse. But the Green Bay Packers did tie with the Dallas Cowboys, and it wasn't a great year for Green Bay. They did have a winning record, but, didn't go very far. That being said, guys, the offense here is sound. It's a top 12 offense almost in every single category, and one of the top 3 offenses when it comes to third down conversions. Offensively, y'all, the Green Bay Packers, when it comes to points per game, just taking a look at the numbers here, points per game offensively, they are 14th in the NFL, averaging 23 points per game. They are a top 12 team when it comes to yards per game, top 10 team when it comes to yards per play, top 3 team, the second best team in the NFL when it comes to third down conversions, and adding Tucker Kraft back into the mix for Green Bay, that is going to continue to stay elite for this offense, and red zone scoring, a top 12 team offensively. I like the Green Bay Packers offense. Now, defensively, they were missing some pieces. Of course, they did pick up Micah Parsons, and of course, Micah Parsons tore his ACL only a few weeks after that trade, so we didn't really see the impact that Micah Parsons could have on this team. But this year, it's going to be different. Now, Parsons is still technically ruled out for Green Bay here. Last year, he had 12.5 sacks despite only playing a handful of games for the Green Bay Packers. I guess he played 14 games for the Green Bay Packers, so I can't say he didn't play a lot. He had plenty of time to make an impact. 14 games is a lot of time. So I'll leave that there. Do what you will with that information. 12.5 sacks over 14 games for Micah Parsons. You give him a full 17 games. If he can stay healthy, he'll probably get you over 17 sacks. He's on track to do just about that. Well then, all right, defensively, outside of Micah Parsons, the rest of the defensive unit altogether, collectively, 11th in the NFL when it comes to points per game allowed. They were only giving up 21.7 points per game. And when you give up fewer points than you score, chances are you're going to win more games. And that's what we saw last year. It wasn't a big gap between points scored and points conceded per game, but it was enough for a 9-7-1 record. Yards per game, they gave up on average 319. That's middle of the pack right there. Top 12 team when it comes to yards per play, and then bottom half when it came to defensive third down stops and red zone scoring stops, averaging a conversion rate to opposing offenses at 40% on third downs and nearly 58% inside the red zone. Green Bay had some areas for improvement, but there were some areas, again, that looked pretty good. Shout out to the Green Bay Packers. Shout out to Pepper Pot, who's in the chat saying, let's go Broncos. We got Ashley Hillards saying hello. What up, Ashley? Ashley Devrick saying hola, Bear. Bear's in the chat. Blue Dream is in the chat. We're doing great, Blue Dream. Courtney says giggity. Sasquatch says Blue Dream, you're a smart man. The Snagger family says, it is crazy that I'm cheering for my hometown, or asking, I should say, is it crazy that I'm cheering for my hometown? Cleveland Browns and Distillers and the Ravens, Broncos, 49ers, Saints, Buccaneers. Jeez, where is your hometown, dude? That's a lot of hometowns. A heck of a lot of hometowns for sure. Let's go Broncos, says Winged Stars. What up, Winged Stars? The Winged Stars. We got God Bless the Beatles saying, when I go to the store, I have 2 sacks. All right. Well, anybody can pick up 2 sacks if that's the case. But nobody can do it quite like Micah Parsons. Unless, of course, your name is Myles Garrett, who's about to have a crazy – guys, it's really legitimately possible that Myles Garrett breaks his own record that he just set last year. Like, how do you have the all-time single-season sack record? Of course, an extra game. And go to an even better team. That'll be a fun watch for Myles Garrett. Okay, so this is the just the straight-up offense versus defense here for the Green Bay Packers. Let's take a look at the offense, and we'll take a look at the defense, and we'll go through this. So, Green Bay, offensively, folks, hit the back button one more time. Stand by. Okay, Green Bay. Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs. Last year, I was so high on the Josh Jacobs train. I love the Josh Jacobs thing. This year, it looks like Josh Jacobs was the one who was high as he's out there with his domestic violence rap sheet that's going on. If you are not plugged into what's going on in the NFL and their current events, guys, there is a dark cloud hanging over Josh Jacobs. And the NFL has yet to hand out any kind of punishment for that situation. We will see if Josh Jacobs is going to be held accountable for his actions during the offseason. But I don't think that that's going to end up affecting anything this year. I actually think that's going to end up being a next year Josh Jacobs issue. We'll have to see what the league hands out for that. But Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, Christian Watson on one side, no more Romeo Doubs for this Green Bay Packers offense. Opens up spots here for Matthew Golden and Jaden Reed to collect more passes. Savion Williams, Bo Melton, and Sky Moore going to be on the roster behind these three wide receivers. Tucker Kraft is the tight end number 1. Luke Musgrave, the tight end number 2, with Josh Wiley and Drake Dabney as 3 and 4. We'll see if those guys stay on the squad. They are currently on the roster bubble, both Josh Wiley and Drake Dabney. We'll see if they survive the cut. Offensive line for the Green Bay Packers, normally starting, probably not starting today. On the left side, left tackle Jordan Morgan, left guard Aaron Banks, at center Sean Ryan, at right guard. New right guard here, folks. Your right guard for this season is actually not Anthony Belton. I've got Jacob Monk listed there. I do think it is going to be Anthony Belton as the starter for the remainder of the season, so we're going to leave him there. He is still, right now, ESPN has him listed as third option, but I don't think that he probably won't even get any play time today. And Zach Bako-Bawele going to be your right tackle for this Green Bay Packers offense. 106 today with lightning and rain, says Courtney. Shout out to Country. Shout out to Isaiah Berger in the chat. Ricky loves Ricky saying, here we go. Here we go. What's up, Ricky? How you doing, man? How you doing, Ricky? Looks like Country is in the chat. Courtney is in the chat. Donald Gillespie is in the chat saying sticky. User says go Broncos. Well, let's see. Defense. Defense, defense, defense. Apparently it wins championships. It did last year for the Seattle Seahawks. And the defense also helped the New England Patriots get to the big dance in the last one. Looks like a super sticker was just dropped right now by Tank. Thank you, Tank. Cheers to you, my friend. Rock and roll, Tank. Thank you. Mr. Tank saying cheers. Appreciate you, my friend. All right. So, Packers defense, a 3-4 formation. That means 3 defensive linemen and 4 linebackers. On the left side, Carl Brooks. On the right side, Devontae Wyatt. And in the middle as the nose tackle for this Packers defense, you'll see Javon Hargrave there. Linebacker core, Lucas Van Ness, Edrin Cooper, Zaire Franklin, and Micah Parsons. Of course, your 2 corners for maybe not this contest, but for this season, Kerrigan Valentine on one side, Keyshawn Nixon on the other, and your 2 safeties is Xavier McKinney on the free side and Evan Williams as your strong safety for this campaign. Head coach, of course, is going to be LaFleur. 7 years with this team, 76 regular season wins, 40 regular season losses, 3 playoff wins, and 6 playoff losses. Now, I will say it's a lot of times to get to the playoffs. 6 out of the 7 years there. And, well, we'll just see if he can do it this year and how far they'll actually get. If they end up picking up another 3 playoff wins, that'd put them at the big dance. So, we'll see. I don't know. I don't think the Green Bay Packers are that team right now. But you never know. Will you be doing the Cowboys game? I'm asking because I just subscribed when I found out you're a Spurs fan. Yeah, dude, be big money. I am a Cowboys fan, and I will be doing the Cowboys game tomorrow night. But tonight, there is no Cowboys game. Tonight, we've got the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay Packers. Next week, the Green Bay Packers will take on the Arizona Cardinals. Then, of course, they've got Week 1 against the Vikings, 3:25 Central Standard Time in Week 1. Week 2, going to be against the Jets. Week 3, Thursday night football. Falcons at Packers. I'll be live for that one. And Week 4 is Packers at Buccaneers. What will the Packers record be after Week 4? Are they going to start the season 4-0? Are they going to drop any games? Well, you guys chew on that. Think about it for a minute. And in the meantime, let's take a look at the Denver Broncos. Now, Denver, they take pride in their defense. Defensively, probably, I wouldn't say they were the best team in the NFL defensively. I would give that firmly to the Seahawks and then the Houston Texans. The Rams would be on that list as well. The Patriots would be on that list for me as well. However, the Denver Broncos could be anywhere in that 2 to 5 range, in my opinion. And the numbers will back me up here, guys. The numbers, 14-3 for the Denver Broncos last year. And that's before they had Jalen Waddle and the offense was struggling. The offense did not look great last season in 2025. This year it takes a step forward. And I do believe that if this Broncos defense continues to be this good, this will be the team that wins this division again. And I called it in the last game. I still don't believe the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win their division. I actually don't even know if they'll make the playoffs, if they'll even end up coming in second or even third with how the Chargers are looking. Messy. I know a lot of people think that the Chiefs are always going to be the best team in their division, but I don't know, man. I could definitely see the Broncos going back-to-back division winners here. And if it's not the Broncos, I really like the Chargers as well. Undermanned on the offensive line were the Chargers last year. They also took a step forward. So we'll get to the Chargers whenever it's Chargers time. But for now, let's talk about the Denver Broncos. 15th when it came to points per game offensively, putting up 23.2. They were giving up just 18.5. Yards per game offensively, 334 put them at 12th. Defensively, they only gave up 283. Top 3 team in that category defensively. Yards per play allowed. No team averaged fewer yards per game allowed than this Denver Broncos defense, but offensively they were a bit anemic there, averaging just 5.2 yards per play. That put them at 18th. Third down conversion, top 12 team. Either way, you dice it up. So offensively, they ranked 11th in third down conversion percentage, and defensively, they ranked 6th in third down conversion percentage allowed to opposing offenses. That number's right here on the right side. And red zone scoring, top 3 defense inside the red zone. The Denver Broncos were a tough team to break. And offensively, they were still more than 50-50 scoring touchdowns inside the red zone. But it wasn't as efficient as you would want that to be. I think with adding Jalen Waddle to the mix, that is going to be really, really good for Bo Nix. Let's see. Mario, Von Miller is a Cowboy now. Your thoughts? My thoughts are Von Miller's 37 years old, and he's bounced around the league quite a bit. Of course, we know Von Miller, who was a longtime Denver Bronco, went over to the Buffalo Bills, had a good time at the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo cut Von Miller. He went after the Buffalo Bills. He went to the Washington Commanders. Played a season with the Washington Commanders. Bobby Wagner outplayed him. Von Miller looked old, and now he's here with the Dallas Cowboys. My thoughts on this, John Tonian? Sorry for talking a mile a minute. My thoughts on this, John Tonian, about Von Miller going to the Dallas Cowboys, I think it is excellent to have basically another coach who can actually play. And I think that's going to be more of the role. Am I expecting Von Miller to turn back the hands of time and end up picking up, 13, 14 sacks and getting all that pressure? I don't think so. But is he better than just about anybody we had last year? Absolutely. So I like Von Miller. I think he is an absolutely amazing player, probably future Hall of Famer in the sunset period of his career right now. I think that's going to be pretty good, though, for the Dallas Cowboys moving forward. Okay, all right. Broncos offense. Taking a look at the Denver Broncos. Bo Nix, J.K. Dobbins, supposed to be the starting running back here. Now, J.K. Dobbins, R.J. Harvey, this will be a split backfield. I don't know who's going to win that backfield battle. I know that J.K. Dobbins has – he's had injury issues. And when he's healthy, he is fantastic. But if he gets hurt, R.J. Harvey's going to step right into this role, and his stock for fantasy football, R.J. Harvey's stock for fantasy football, goes through the roof. We will see how Sean Payton decides that he wants to utilize the running backs, how he is going to do this. I think Jonah Coleman and Tyler Batty today are going to be in a fight. I think Tyler Batty's probably on that roster bubble, but Jaleel McLaughlin is on the list there. Cody Schrader also going to get a lot of carries here today. We will see who survives the cut because there's not enough space for the currently 7 backs that they've got on their depth chart, one of them being a fullback. Adam Prentice is a lock. He's not going anywhere. But of the 6 remaining guys, R.J. Harvey, Jonah Coleman, Cody Schrader, J.K. Dobbins, Tyler Batty, and Jaleel McLaughlin. McLaughlin and Schrader are in serious trouble of being cut if Tyler Batty and Jonah Coleman outperform them here. And Jonah Coleman's a rookie. He's already listed as running back 3. We will see. We'll see what's going on. Okay, Windows is continuously improving any updates, yada, yada, yada. I need to not do that update right now. Kickoff is in about 4 minutes, so I need to run through this even faster. Okay, let's run through this faster. Troy Franklin on one side, he's technically the wide receiver 3. Cortland Sutton and Jalen Waddle as your wide receivers 1 and 2. Evan Ingram as your big tight end. And your offensive line here. From left to right, Garrett Bowles, Ben Powers, Luke Wattenberg, Quinn Miners, and Mike McGlinchey as your offensive line for this Denver Broncos squad. The defensive side of the equation here. From left to right, front to back, starting with the defensive line in this 3-4, Malcolm Roach, DJ Jones, and Zach Allen. This makes up the defensive line. The linebacker core here is nasty, bro. If you do not know these names, you better recognize Jonathan Cooper, Alex Singleton, Justin Strnad, and Nick Bonito. What a linebacker group for this Denver Broncos team. PS2, Pat Surtain the second, and Riley Moss, your 2 corners for this season. And behind me over my shoulders, you got Talanoa Hufanga and Brandon Jones as your 2 safeties for this Broncos squad. Take your mental pictures. Soak it up. This is what Denver's going to look like if they can stay healthy. And it's a really, really good ragtag group of guys. Sean Payton, welcome and welcome back. Sean Payton, 3 years gone with the Denver Broncos. We're entering year 4 of Sean Payton's return here. Time flies, man. Of course, he is a Super Bowl champion, and at that time he did have Drew Brees. Long gone are the days of what was the scandal that they had there? Of Bountygate. Bountygate being the scandal when Sean Payton and the other coaches were basically offering contractual bonuses for taking out some of the bigger players. But anyways, all of that is ancient history. The schedule here for the Denver Broncos. Next week for preseason on Friday, they will be playing against the Vikings. Week 1, Monday Night Football, Broncos-Chiefs. That will be the very first test of whether or not I'm going to eat a big fat bowl of crow or not, saying that the Broncos will probably win this division again. So we do have Monday Night Football, Broncos-Chiefs. Week 2, Jaguars at Broncos. Week 3, Rams at Broncos. And Week 4, by the way, this is Sunday Night Football. We'll be live for Rams-Broncos too. And then Week 4 on October 4th, Broncos at 49ers. Can you believe our 5-week schedule already takes us out to October? Wow, time flies, man. Time really flies. Notify says, yeah, we don't talk about that. We still have bounties, says Donovan. Glad to be here, says B. Johnson. I'm glad you're here too, man. Welcome in, Ashley. Football says, am I late? No, dude, you're right on time. We're just getting started, Pepper Pot. What's going on, Patrick Green? What up, B. Big Money? Love it. Appreciate you guys. Okay, taking a look now, head-to-head comparisons before this game kicks off. We're going to take a quick look at the quarterbacks from last season here. Make sure I close these out right now. All right, guys, so last year, these two quarterbacks were, arguably the best quarterbacks in their divisions. I say arguably, but we all know Patrick Mahomes didn't play the full season, so that almost defaulted Bo Nix ahead of Justin Herbert based off of what we were seeing. And, of course, Jordan Love. J.J. McCarthy couldn't have gotten worse. Jared Goff was okay. You know what? Caleb Williams wasn't half bad, but Jordan Love gets a lot of love, and we got to hold him accountable for what he did. Now, last season, Jordan Love, 3,381 passing yards compared to Bo Nix's 3,931. The only excuse I can give Jordan Love is the fact that he only played 15 games. He did not play all 17. And so just with that information, we can look at the rest of this data sheet. Now, one thing that doesn't change here is the completion percentage. And also, almost about half the interceptions as Bo Nix. If I were to have to take a pick at which quarterback I would rather have as my starting quarterback, I would take Jordan Love. But Bo Nix has better weapons this season. I liked Matthew Golden in college. I like Christian Watson, but I love me some Cortland Sutton, and I love me some Jalen Waddle, and I would take his receivers over his receivers any day of the week. So Jordan Love does have a lot more work to do, not making excuses for anybody, just calling it like I see it. Defensively, the Green Bay Packers not as potent there as the Denver Broncos. This Denver Broncos team was second to none when it came to sacks per game, averaging 4 sacks per game. That is double what the Green Bay Packers were averaging last season. We'll see how many bags they get here tonight. Points allowed per game, top 4 were the Denver Broncos. Rushing yards allowed per game, top 4 were the Denver Broncos. This squad was solid compared to the Green Bay Packers. Not much to talk about there. I would take the Broncos defense over the Packers defense. Now, the run game comparison. The Broncos were kind of a mess. The Green Bay Packers with Josh Jacobs, if he is healthy and not in any kind of legal trouble, then, of course, the Green Bay Packers are going to be just fine on the ground. And they do run the football balanced here, 35%, which isn't much more than the Denver Broncos, but it's good enough to put them at 17th instead of 20th. Rushing touchdowns per game, slight tick up. That's a 10% increase in rushing touchdowns per game. And when it comes to rush attempts per game, 2 extra carries can go a long way. All righty then. Let's go to our game tracker. Make sure that this game tracker is correct and set for the right time. Refresh this page, preseason week 2. Don't have the game tracker up just yet, so it's going to take a few minutes here for this game to get started. Let me make sure that my screen is set up. Hang tight. Hang on, guys. Hang on, guys. NFL Plus signed me out. There we go. Okay. All right, cool. I just had to change the channel here, so it looked like NFL Plus had logged me out, so all is good with the world. All right, guys, this week we are now one game gone. That was the Raiders versus Texans. Now we've got the Packers versus Broncos here tonight. We will have the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals tomorrow. And then, of course, on Sunday, it will be the Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans. Looks like they are still getting through some of their warm-ups right now. They're talking about Bo Nix in the last 2 seasons, talking about how he is first in the NFL when it comes to pass attempts over the last 2 years, and first in the NFL when it comes to dropbacks in the last 2 years. Let's see. Saca la bolsita. ¿Está loco? Lego. ¿Qué te pasa, Lego Martínez? ¿Qué tú dices? Este hombre está loco. 88% humidity. Bear, I'm still here, says Ashley. Bear Schweiger says hello, country. Titans, says Earth Citizen. Rage is in the chat saying, in where I'm at in Texas, we've had 100-plus weather for 3 weeks straight, says Rage Bait. Yeah, dude, we're about to get 100 degrees. Well, we had. When I got in the car today, bro, my thermometer on the vehicle said 108. 108. What? Yeah, no kidding. Like, not even kidding. Texas is hot right now, guys. I live in San Antonio, Texas. Hot, hot, hot. Kimberly says, I'm a Broncos fan right here, baby. What's going on, Kimberly? Go Broncos. It's a beautiful 3v3 or evening, beautiful evening to sit by the fire and listen to football, says Cassandra. Patrick Mays, what's going on? Saying go Broncos. Swaggy McBaggy says hello. Jay Sleepy Eye says shout out Mario and Football Nation. Robert Apache says 112 here. What's going on? Wow, 112, Robert Apache. Poof, that's hot too, man. 110, says Seth. You can send some of that heat up here, says Owl on the Prowl. You can have it, bro. Take it. I'm ready for chilly weather. I'm ready for chilly season, if I'm being honest. 108 in Vegas. Brutal, dude. Brutal. Cheech and Chong. Okay, he says, Cheech and Chong says we've had weather over 105 for the past 2 months. Not going to get political, but global warming's a real thing. Okay, that out of the way. Week 1, ladies and gentlemen. Week 1. International football. It's the second game of the season. The first game of the season is going to be the New England Patriots. That'll actually be Wednesday night football. You'll also notice something very unusual about the kickoff time for Thursday night football here. This Melbourne, Australia game in week 1 will actually kick off at 7:35 p.m. Central Standard Time. Very random kickoff time, but that's the time that they've elected for the opening Thursday night match. Then in week 3, it is going to be the Baltimore Ravens supposedly at home for the Dallas Cowboys, but this game is in Rio de Janeiro, and I've actually got the Cowboys losing that game on the road. I don't know what to expect out of the Baltimore Ravens. I think that most of their personnel really has stayed. A few changes, obviously, with Harbaugh no longer being the head coach there. But my Dallas Cowboys, until I get a couple of receipts to figure out how the Cowboys are going to look this season, I am not putting all my eggs in that Cowboys basket. Weeks 4, 5, and 6, we will have international games again in London. They will be the Colts at Commanders, the Eagles at Jaguars, and the Texans at Jaguars, all in London, different stadiums here. Of course, the fun game, the game that Tommy Braskett is looking for, Sunday, October 25th, the Pittsburgh Steelers versus his New Orleans Saints. Saints in Paris, the fleur-de-lis, going to be there back home. Hey, man, that makes perfect sense to me. This Louisiana purchase right here, we bought this territory from France anyways, so welcome back home to the Saints. Of course, the Falcons going to be hosting the Cincinnati Bengals in Madrid. That'll be actually in Week 9, so no international game in Week 8. Week 9 is Bengals-Falcons. Week 10 is in Germany. Week 11 is the last international game. That'll be in Mexico, and I think only 5 of these games are 8 a.m. games. So maybe 6 of them are 8 a.m. games, but yeah. 100 degrees at 8 p.m. Yeah, dude, it gets pretty hot. 86 in Denver, 218. Are you in hell? 1-8 team. Hustles is done. Let's go Saints, says Tommy. When the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are about to get kickoff going here. We are starting today's game at 148,000 subscribers. Our goal for today is 148.1. We need 94 people to subscribe today. Hopefully, if you guys are watching, we can earn those subscribes for you, from you. If this is your second or third preseason game with us and you're back for more and have not subscribed yet, today is the day. Today is the day. Most passing touchdowns, camera focused on Bo Nix. You know, again, I love me some Bo Nix, man. But, oh, Andrew, I appreciate that, man. Andrew says, love your videos, man. Cheers to you, Andrew. Thank you. Todd Tier says, I'm boiling alive. You know, it's only inhumane if the water isn't boiling when you drop the crawfish in it. It's an awful thought. Awful thought. How about we pivot to football? Here's the kickoff, folks. The Denver Broncos have kicked off, and the Green Bay Packers will return. The Green Bay Packers bring it out to the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, down at the 37-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for Green Bay. The Green Bay Packers will start this drive from where they're at. Let's go ahead and make a quick change here. Refresh this page. 1st and 10 at the Green Bay 37 as that football is currently brought out. Sky Moore was the kick returner there, guys. And currently the Green Bay Packers are in the huddle. Green Bay Packers in the huddle. Let's scroll this down just a hair. Looks like I might need to bring this up. There we go. Sweet. All righty, folks, single back formation. Under center now, it's Jordan Love. He takes the snap and fakes the handoff. Looking deep up the field, he throws this, and it's off the hands of a defender there. Bad pass for Jordan Love. Looking for Christian Watson. Hands coming in and broken up by Riley Moss. Great coverage there on the defensive side for the Denver Broncos. Someone said I'm boiling alive. Let's go ahead and remove that from our screen here. Drop this here. Another change we need is to go into this game tracker. All righty, folks. 2nd down and 10. Pro set formation. Motion on the field this time. Got slight motion from Josh Wiley as he goes to the left side. Josh Wiley is the tight end who's in for the Packers on this one. Blitz dialed up. Jordan Love hits a man in stride. It's Christian Watson. Looks like he might have been down by contact. No, the beanbag is out. They're calling it a Watson catch and fumble and a turnover here. 1st down, Denver. The Broncos. Hopefully I didn't say the Nuggets earlier, but the Denver Broncos able to force a turnover here. Christian Watson. He was down by contact, bro. That's a terrible call by the officials. Let me rewatch this one more time. He looked like he was down by contact here. It should be a 1st down, and the football at the Denver 50. It should be at midfield at the 50-yard line. Yeah, he was down by contact. 1st down, Green Bay. Terrible call by the officials here. Come on, dude. Anybody with 2 eyes could have. What are you saying? He's. That's close. That's actually a little closer. They just showed another replay, a different angle of that, and it is definitely close. But I still think he was down by contact. Okay. Riley Moss did not agree with that. We're 15 seconds into this game, and we've already almost had a challenge flag dropped on the first play. 2nd play, Jordan Love completes a pass to Christian Watson. It is Packers football. 1st down at the 49-yard line just across midfield. The Broncos on defense. Motion from Christian Watson. Turns around. Little handoff here to the left side. And this time Marshawn Lloyd will pick up 3 yards. It's 2nd down and 7, and the clock is ticking. That was a weird play, guys. Wasn't sure what to expect there. Let's see. It's been 33 years since the Cowboys won anything. Let's see. Looks like Mom of 7 sons says hello. Hello, Mom of 7 sons. Hello to you and your 7 sons. Is it almost like Tevye and his 7 daughters, but Mom of 7 sons? Single back formation. 46-yard line. The Green Bay Packers run to the left side. A mouthpiece comes flying out. A tackle is made on the left. Tackle is made by Nick Bonito as Marshawn Lloyd picks up 2. It's 3rd down and 5, and still outside of field goal range. The Green Bay Packers are going to need to convert here with 13 and a half minutes left to play in quarter number 1. I am dehydrated. I probably need to go grab some water. Mom of 7 sons says, hello. The Light is in the chat, says, and just like that, I've had enough ref ball for this season, says The Light. Jordan Love on the left hash gets someone to move right now, and flags coming in. They got someone to bite. It's offsides right now on the defense. Good move. They're calling it a neutral zone infraction. Neutral zone infraction. Flag is on the play. It's against the Broncos. It was 3rd down and 5. But it looks like it was really 3rd down and 5.5. It's not enough to convert. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1. So 3rd down and 1 coming up here. They are inside the 40 now. They're at about the 39. Okay, here's the snap. Jordan Love is on the run. He's got to get rid of this one. He throws it into the ground. It's incomplete. 3rd down and 1, and the pressure comes in quickly there. Nothing Jordan Love could really do. Had to just get rid of that football. The result of the play is 4th down. The Denver Broncos force a 4th down. So then my question to you, do you go for it or not? Oh, do you go for it or not? The TV says 4th down and inches. We can reflect that. Here we go. I say go for it. Let's see it. Single back formation. Jordan Love under center. Motion on the field towards the bottom. It's going to be a block on that side. Love, second shelf, hits a man in stride. It's caught. Matthew Golden for 20 yards. Down by contact, says the ref. And the result of the play, 1st down, Green Bay Packers. Packers are inside the red zone after a Matthew Golden 20-yard catch. 4th down and inches, and they show up. So here we go. Here we go. Inside the red zone, it's 1st and 10 for the Green Bay Packers at the 20-yard line. Single back formation. Jordan Love takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks left, throws that with some touch. Drake Dabney breaks a tackle. He is finally dragged out of bounds, but not before picking up 6 yards. It's 2nd down and 4, and the football at the Denver 14-yard line. What's going on, Bear? Send out smack, says the Light. 4452. No dice, says easy work. Blue Dream says, I love those Guardian caps. Feels like I'm playing NFL Blitz. Hands on the knees for Sean Payton as he's watching on intently. Jordan Love at the line, making the calls. The snap comes in. It's a handoff right through the middle. And it looks like Marshawn Lloyd will pick up 2 on 2nd and 4. So 3rd down and 2 coming up now. About 11 and a half here left to play in quarter number 1. Wiley wearing that Guardian cap. Ball on the Denver 12. It's 3rd down again. Can the Green Bay Packers convert here on 3rd down? Break. They line up. Shotgun. A man to the right, Jordan Love with the ball in between the hashes. Motion on the field from Christian Watson. It's a handoff to the left. Blocking good on the left. Nobody drops a flag here. The officials, looks like, is this a 1st down? Is this a 1st down? It was 3rd down and 2. They might bring out the chain gang to take a look at this. It's awfully close, folks. Did he reach the 10-yard line? That was the line to gain. He might have been just there. I think they're going to give it to them. I think it's going to be a 1st and goal from the 10. The clock is stopped with 10:40. They are doing a measurement right now, and I do think they are going to give them that 1st down. By the way, the virtual measurement, talk about the dumbest thing ever. Like, what a stupid idea for this virtual measurement when the virtual measurement only works if the referee isn't setting the ball wherever the hell they want. That's the only time the virtual measurement will work. Otherwise, the referee can look at the side and be like, maybe I'll move it just a little bit this way, and all of a sudden it's not a first down. So I think it's ridiculous. I personally am vehemently against the whole virtual measurement thing, although I love it for soccer and I love it for baseball. For this sport, I don't think so. Here we go, guys. The snap comes in. Little misdirection right now. It's going to be handed off to Lloyd. Lloyd picks up a strong 6 yards or 7 on the play. It's 2nd and goal. And this puts them – hold the phone. There's a flag. Let's find out what this is. Encroachment. Okay, encroachment. Is that the call? No, it can't be. Why would it say encroachment on my TV screen? Someone hit the wrong button, guys. I got an offensive holding call, 10-yard penalty. So bring it back, replay first down. Replay first down. It would have been a 1st and goal, a 2nd and goal from the 3. Instead, the holding call against the offense brings it back. 1st and goal from the 20. Jordan Love hits Matthew Golden in stride. There's another flag on the play. This will stop the clock again. Let's find out what this flag is going to be. My guess is probably pass interference, but let's see what they say. Here's the call. Let's see what they say. It is pass interference. Defense. That penalty is actually declined. Did they make that? I mean, I would accept it. They're going to decline it. Football is now at the 11-yard line. He says it looks like they're resetting it to 1st down, which also makes no sense to me. So these officials are struggling to get their calls right. Makes my life a lot harder. But that's okay. We're good. I got a 1st and goal now. Last I checked, it was from the 11. And there seems to be a lot of confusion on the field. But I got a 1st and 10. They've actually did accept the penalty. So it looks like they accepted the penalty. It's a 2-yard gain. Big hit. Christian Watson gets laid out by PS2. It's going to be a 2nd down. It's no longer and goal. So they accepted it. Yeah, they should have accepted it. Why would you decline that? So they did accept it. I wish I could pause this to explain what just happened. I'll just have to do my best here, guys. It was a 1st and 20, a pass interference call. They accepted the penalty, and that removed the fact that it was 1st and goal from the 20-yard line. It was 1st and goal from the 20-yard line, no longer the case after the accepted penalty. It made it 1st and 10, so they didn't have to find the end zone again. Anyways, at this point, I'm just trying to catch up from like 3 plays ago. It's no longer 3rd and goal. It's just 3rd down and 3, and the football is at the Denver 11. I will explain this one more time. During the commercial break at the end of this drive. Trips to the right-hand side. We're on the left hash right now. Jordan Love on 3rd down and 3. Play clock down to 1. 4-man rush comes in. Jordan Love lets it go. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be a touchdown. Marshawn Lloyd for 11 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay Packers. So Green Bay scores a touchdown on a post route run there by Marshawn Lloyd. Marshawn Lloyd finds the end zone here. Green Bay is the first to score. Despite all the awkwardness and confusion on this drive, the Green Bay Packers get the job done. Good-looking offense right here for the Green Bay Packers. The Denver Broncos defense did not look very stout on that particular drive. Here comes the extra point attempt. The kick is up. The kick is good, and it's 7-0. Broncos will get the ball here in just a moment. All right. Boo, Packers, says Michael Larnino. Robert says hello. Angel says hello. Last you will see of love, I would think, says Tommy Braskett. Me too. All right, guys, so let me see if I can explain now that we're in the middle of this commercial break here. And I'll try to do it with this right now. Okay, so what just happened? We'll actually do it here because this makes more sense. What just happened on this last series, this last drive? The Green Bay Packers had picked up a first down. It was 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Then the official comes out, says, holding, offense, 10-yard penalty, replay first down. My TV screen proceeded to say, encroachment. Cool, we can live past that. So it's now 1st and goal, but instead of 1st and goal from the 10, it's 1st and goal from the 20. So that put them way back here. Right? 1st and goal from the 20. The next play that happens was a slant route. We see Christian Watson run this way. He is going to pick up a pass interference on that play. So the situation, 1st and goal from the 20-yard line. The official said that Green Bay declined the penalty when Green Bay actually accepted the penalty. And the reason that they wanted to do that is because even though it was just a 2-yard gain before the penalty happened, it would change it from being a 20-yard gain to pick up that first down or pick up the touchdown and condense that 20-yard, that 1st and 20, back to a 1st and 10, even though it was just a 2-yard pickup. That's why it made sense. That's why it was so confusing. I hope that helped clarify everything that just happened on that drive because that was pretty messy. Okay. All good? Cool. Ain't nothing but a chicken wing. Go Denver, says John Tonian. Welcome to First Downs. David Bacco, welcome back, my friend. Fist bumps to you, dude. Good to have you back, sir. Good to have you good. Good to have you back. Fizbin rules, says Steven. The Fizbin rules. Steelers about to be 0-2 against Bailey Zappi. Is it Zappi hour already? I like it. Welcome back, David Bacco. Good to have you back, sir. All right, folks. That is the sound that we heard. By the way, all kinds of terrible calls from the officials here. Also, looks like Riley Moss might have hurt his ribs. He's in the blue tent for the Denver Broncos after that tackle there. Sean Payton back to his hands on the knees, chewing his gum. Sean Payton. Folks, here comes the kickoff. Packers sending to Broncos. The kickoff is up. That is going to be a knee in the end zone. So a touchback here. And it looks like the Denver Broncos will start this drive on the 35-yard line. Bo Nix will take the field, guys. Bo Nix out there right now. Camera is focused on him. And shout out to Bo Nix and what he's been able to accomplish last season. 63.4% completion, 3,931 passing yards, 25 passing touchdowns, 5 rushing touchdowns, and 11 interceptions on the year. Break! The Broncos will line up here. Let's turn that off. Broncos will line up here for this first play. 1st and 10 from the left hash on the 35-yard line. Bo Nix fakes a throw to the right or throw to the left. Hands this off instead, and it looks like it's going to be a 5-yard gain for the Denver Broncos now. 2nd down and 5. Okay, 2nd down and 5 for the Denver Broncos. Ball carrier that time was R.J. Harvey. He stays on the field here. R.J. Harvey is the running back in on the play right now. They break the huddle again. The Denver Broncos line up. R.J. Harvey standing to the right of Bo Nix. Motion on the field going up towards the top of the screen there. It's Jalen Waddle wearing that Broncos uniform. Nix waits for the snap. He takes it. The four-man rush comes in. Nix has plenty of time. He goes to the right, passes to the right. The officials, Courtland Sutton caught it, but the officials say he was out of bounds. So, no catch there. It stops the clock with 7:35. It's 3rd down and 5 now. 2nd down and 5. Oh, so close to making that catch, dude. That was close. That was a good throw from Bo Nix. Hard to say, man. I don't know if he had full control of that. That's really close. I don't know that Sean Payton's going to drop the challenge flag on that. Oh, he did! Sean Payton dropped the challenge flag on that. This is now under review. Okay. So challenge comes in. Courtland Sutton was very close to dragging that toe. The football hit him in the hands while he had those feet in bounds. But did he control the ball? I don't know, man. We'll have to see. We will have to see. That is a very close pass right there. I think that the challenge is going to be upheld. I think that the ruling on the field is going to be upheld. I can't imagine that they're going to accept or change this. Moss is a PI machine. Who got the 5 yards? Mario, Jimin, those 5 yards earlier were picked up on a run there to the right side by R.J. Harvey. So you can see the stats right over here as well, dude. Like literally where your name is right now, Jim. I got all these stats right here for you, big dog. It was R.J. Harvey who picked up those 5 yards. Courtland Sutton got the target. He couldn't hang on to it. I got you. Country says, yeah, it's an incomplete pass. Country says that Santino has Bo Nix. He better be careful in the preseason. Yeah, I'm hoping that all these players stay healthy because preseason can be problematic for some teams. The challenge is no longer a thing. This is no longer under review. It's 3rd down and 5. Denver has been charged with their first timeout of the game, guys. Camera focusing right now on the offensive coordinator here. 7:35 to go. Bo Nix waits for the snap. Trips to the right, one running back on the left. It's a blitz coming in. Bo Nix against a 6-man rush delivers a big pass up the field. Jalen Waddle's on the run. Waddle takes this out to the 25-yard line. 1st down, Denver Broncos. Welcome to Denver, Mr. Jalen Waddle. Okay, I like that. You can see the connection there between the two. And a nice move there, man. It looked like he was going to run out and bench. Instead, he ended up running diagonally and then cutting up the field. Good misdirection right there. Well done and well played by the Denver Broncos. It's 1st and 10. I missed late night football, says Hawk Tua. What up, Hawk Tua? 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking left, throwing left. Ooh, tight coverage there. Incomplete pass as Bo Nix was looking for Courtland Sutton. The incomplete pass will make this a 2nd down and 10 at the Green Bay 25. So 5 yards shy of the red zone. The Mario Waddle, says John Hayes. Sit Waddle after this drive. Protect playmakers, says Buffs suck. Robert says go Broncos. Seahawks back-to-back, says SM. I don't think so, man. It would be interesting, but I don't think so. Nice Waddle, says Donald. Yo, says SM3196. It's 2nd down and 10 at the Green Bay 25. A look to R.J. Harvey. A tackle made from behind. Edgerrin Cooper makes a big play right there to prevent a breakaway. It'll be a 4-yard pickup for R.J. Harvey on the reception there. Looks like we might be seeing some magic here in just a moment for this Broncos team. I'll let you guys know who does what right now. So, clock is ticking, 6.5, break. They line up for a third down. 6:08, third down coming up right now. Shotgun formation. Bo Nix has Harvey to his right. From the right hash on third down, looking right, delivers this one to the pylon. It's caught. R.J. Harvey is in. Touchdown, Broncos! The Broncos get 6 points on the board. Thrown to R.J. Harvey, it's in. And Bo Nix will score. Tell you what, sounded louder than it did yesterday. So what a beautiful toss right there. A really, really good throw from Bo Nix. I mean, it does not get much better as far as placement goes. Here comes the extra point attempt. The extra PAT is up and in. The score is 7-7. Broncos and Packers all tied up. Well, your turn, Mr. LaFleur. Let's see what you got up your sleeve. Broncos looked good. This is going to be a shootout, says No Dice. The Cheeseheads are – G does have a long season. Wait, what? Let's see. Trying to read some of these comments right now. Both? Both, says Dave. Yup, I'm drafting R.J. Harvey, says GTC Reels. If you haven't drafted yet, man. Let's see. Cody says, what are the Broncos wearing all white? Or asking, why are the Broncos wearing all white at home? Oh, it's all white. What's up, Doc? No, seriously, though, that's a good question. That's a good question. Normally, that is their... Well, at white, they normally wear white. At home, they normally wear white. So I'm not that surprised by it. I feel like most teams at home wear white as their homes, their mains. And on the road, they wear their colors. Was about to say I'd be down for Green Bay Broncos Super Bowl, but then I got PTSD from Super Bowl 30, says Dadbot. Shout out to football. Who do you guys think will win? Well, this chat is leaning towards the Broncos, and we've got 712 votes already. Keep those votes coming, guys. Let's let people know that we're here right now. Let's see. Mile High Salute says Frazio Coluccio. Fazio Colucilio. I don't know if I said that right. Fazioco Lucilio. I don't know. What's going on, Fazzy? How you doing, man? GT Real says hello. Mark Griffin says, so glad to see you. Mark, how you doing? How are you, Mark? High five to you, brother. Fist bumps as well. Great to be live with y'all. Those of you who missed our pregame, let's run it back real quick, guys. Let's talk about something here. Let's look at the Green Bay Packers schedule. I legitimately want to see your picks right now. Cardinals versus Packers, preseason, meh, right? Then week 1, it's Packers at Vikings. Then week 2, Green Bay at Jets. Week 3, Falcons at Packers. Week 4, Packers at Buccaneers. So looking at the next 4 weeks, Thursday night football, we will be live for this week 3 game. So yeah. All right. Fazio, I see you. Shane Meeks, what's going on? Ashley says, go Broncos. Robert Zamora, I see you, sir. Joshua, I see you. Patrick, what's going on? Tristan, what's up? Flag is on the play. Let's lock back in, guys. Okay. So 5 minutes and 47 seconds here left to go. There are multiple flags on this play. I think it's going to be an illegal block in the back. If I had to guess. That's the call. So illegal block in the back by the kicking team. And the Broncos did just score right now, so that's going to be against them. They just kicked off. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Green Bay Packers at the 12. That didn't make sense. How far did that kickoff go? Was it kicking team or receiving team there, ref? Should clean up your calls a little bit. All right. Here we go. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Under center right now, no longer is it Jordan Love. It's Tyrod Taylor who goes to the left. Tyrod Taylor's on the run. He slides, giving himself up. He is going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. It's 2nd down and 7 now at the Green Bay 15-yard line. 2nd down and 7 at the Green Bay 15. 2nd down and 7 at the Green Bay 15. 5 minutes and 23 seconds here left to go. Break. They line up. It's Tyrod Taylor right now, guys, as the quarterback. Last week against the Pittsburgh Steelers, he completed 4 of 8, only had 21 yards, a passer rating of 56. Hands this one off to Marshawn Lloyd. Lloyd goes to the left, finds himself running out of bounds. He does pick up the 1st down. The clock will stop. It's a 1st down, Green Bay Packers. Let's stop the clock. 5:02 here left to go. They reset it. 1st and 10 at the Green Bay 22-yard line. First quarter, about 2/3 of the way done. If Todd wasn't my name, it would be Willie. Matt Farm says 250. That's reality, says Gary. Shout out to Voodoo. Shout out to The Rebel. Shout out to Hallow Phantom. Ooh, pressure coming in. Tyrod Taylor slips away. 4.5 minutes. He throws looking up the field to Bo Melton. Got very close to connecting with him, but it's an incomplete pass. The Green Bay Packers now have a 2nd down and 10. So 2nd and 10. I am from Mongovia, Wisconsin, says Lori Smith. What's going on, Lori Smith? How are you? Fazio. Cheers, man. What's going on, Voodoo? Says, what's up, Mario? Good to be back. It is good to be back. Shout out to Thomas Bush. All right, y'all. Okay, dropping back, looking right, looking left. Here's the run, sliding and giving himself up. Looks like this is going to be out to the 26-yard line. I got a 3rd down and 6. Okay. All right, guys, I got 7-7. You know what's funny, guys? I'm jumping back and forth between typical uniforms right now. Someone said something in the chat earlier, and they were asking, why are the Denver Broncos wearing their home colors at white? And we're coming off of a basketball season right now, guys. In the NBA, for the most part, we see white. Now, the teams can choose, but in the NBA, we normally see white being worn for the home teams. In baseball, normally the typical home uniform is white, and the road uniform is that gray color. In the NFL, typically the home team is the team color, and the road team wears white. That is, that's the way that goes. We got a punt coming up right here after the incomplete pass. This is going back to the 30. It's brought out to the 35, out to the right side to the 40, and pushed out of bounds right now. We've got 3 minutes and 39 seconds left to go. So to whoever was asking earlier about the road colors, I don't know why the Denver Broncos are wearing their white here at home instead of their normal colors. Looks like I'm getting my sports mixed up. The curse of doing so many sports, right, though? All right. Let's see. I'm back from Niagara Falls, says Michael Larnino. Earth Citizen says Green Bay, Green Bay, Green Bay, Green Bay. Todd Tier says nobody understands how serious I am. The Denver Broncos just punted this. The Green Bay Packers just punted this to the Denver Broncos. Welcome back, says Matt Farms. I am just fine. How are you guys doing? No fly zone coming in again. Let's see. Thank you, C. Doves. Appreciate you. To everybody that has come back, welcome back to all of you, says David Bacco. Thank you, David Bacco. Well, lots of pretty women here tonight, says Jeff Metterling. I'm a pretty girl. No, I'm just kidding, bro. Shiny Sunshine coming in. Sunshine Canyon says, go Pack, go. Twana. Long time no see, Twana. Welcome back. How are you? Welcome back, Twana. Boomfield loves the Broncos. Thanks, David. Todd Tier. DB for life, Denver Broncos for life since '87. Shout out to Joe Romo. Space Explorer, thank you, my friend. We're on to the next goal right now, which is 148.1. We've still got about 4 minutes left in quarter number 1. I'm curious, who asked that question earlier about the who asked the question about the uniforms earlier? You know, it also doesn't help that my favorite team in the NBA wears black and white, so like it just goes back and forth like that. Let's see. Joe Romo says, hello, Mario. Dave Olaf says, yeah. Seth Harmon says, I'm in the mountains, barely able to get this. Love you for doing this, bud. I got you, Seth. I got you, bro. Hi to everybody. This is my first full season with you in the Football Nation crew, says I am Nickelodeon. Is it really your first football season, full football season with us? I am Nickelodeon. Welcome back. Shout out to you. Good to have you back in here. Travis Howard says, cheers. What up, Travis Howard? Michael Larnino says, I had fun in New York. Yes, I'm still here, bro, says Ashley Deverick. What's up, Ashley? John, I'm doing okay, man. I'm trying to be better about the trolls and toxic people in the chat when those guys come up. And I feel like the best course of action is just to ignore it. But don't pretend like I don't see those things. I see those things. Overall, I'm doing very well, John. Thank you for asking. It's the Denver Broncos with the football. The snap comes in, and it's going to be a handoff to Jonah Coleman. Coleman is going to pick up 5 yards. It's going to start the clock at 2nd down and 5. We're ticking here. Is it really your first full season too, John? Let's go, bro. When's the football game of the Packers? And what channel? The first football game for the Green Bay Packers. We'll talk about that again during our next commercial break. All right, man, here we go. Break. The Broncos, 2nd down and 5. 44-yard line, somewhere between the 44 and the 45-yard line. Bo Nix is still on the field right now. Bo Nix will turn around, fakes the handoff, looks to the big Adam Trotman on the right-hand side. It's going to be 4 yards on this one. So looks like this will bring up a 3rd down and 1. Football is now at the at the Denver 49. All right, here we go. So to the right-hand side, it's 3rd down and 1. 1st and 10 coming up. Trotman makes the catch. Break. Bo Nix breaks the huddle. Bo Nix under center right now in I formation on the right hash. Nix waits for the snap. He takes it. He hands that off to the fullback this time, and Adam Prentice will push the pile forward. That's going to be good enough for about a 5-yard gain right here. 3rd down and 1 becomes 1st and 10 at the Green Bay 46. 1st down, Denver Broncos. And so the Broncos get this thing ticking right now. We're moving. We are moving and grooving with about 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. All right, man. 1:56 here left to go. It is 7-7 in quarter number 1. 1st and 10 coming up for the Denver Broncos. Bo Nix is standing on the logo. He fakes the handoff. He's in the pocket. He airs this out. Deep shot upfield, and this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Pat Bryant on the play. The pass sails overhead. It does stop the clock with 1:42, so we'll add a little bit of time back on right now. Let's see. So these are some of the reasons why the home team will wear white: heat, humidity, visual appeal, and in some cases, superstition. May this help, says O2RR. O2RR, thank you. Again, though, it is different in different sports, and we do cover a lot of different sports. But for the world of the NFL, ladies and gentlemen, your answer. I've got a 2nd down and 10 on my TV screen, a look to the left, a throw to the left, a catch on the left-hand side for Lil Jordan Humphrey, and Lil Jordan Humphrey makes his first catch of the day for 14 yards. 1st down, Denver Broncos. The Broncos move the football here to the Green Bay 32-yard line. It's 1st and 10. It is 1st and 10. Little Jordan Humphrey, he goes, what? Boom. Here's a handoff. It's going to be a nice spin move here, almost a horse collar tackle. Jonah Coleman will be brought down, losing a yard. So 2nd down and 11 comes up here at the Green Bay 33. Oscar says, hello, Mario. I've been watching you for a few years now. Thank you, Oscar. Appreciate you. Fist bumps there. Shout out to O2RR. Thank you for dropping this super chat in the comments and helping our community get stronger at this. 2nd down and 11 coming up right now for the Denver Broncos. 2nd and 11. Snap comes in, whistles immediately. It's a pre-snap penalty. It's going to be a false start here, guys. So this will stop the clock. It'll be a 5-yard penalty on a false start against the Denver Broncos. Here's the call. False start. Offense. That's going to be a replay of 2nd down. So 2nd down and 16 comes up. Can minimize this flag here. All right, y'all. Well, in case y'all are wondering, these are your fantasy scores on the right-hand side, something that those guys over at Chat Sports don't typically have. I've also got not one but 2 drive charts down below, something that the competition also does not typically have. And, of course, I got this face, the one and only, and you're kind of stuck with that. But here's the snap on 2nd down and 10. Running to the right-hand side, sidearm throw this time. Bo Nix connects. It's another backwards play. A loss of 2. Big tackle made right there. Looks like the tackle is going to end this drive, and it'll be the end of the quarter, really, that gets us there. Tackle made this time defensively. The Green Bay Packers make a good stop there. It's Kamal Haddon. Kamal Haddon who makes the play. All right, guys, that's the end of quarter number 1. Tackle made by Haddon. We are all tied up 7-7. When we get back from the commercial break we are currently in, it'll be a 3rd down and 18 at the Green Bay Packers 40-yard line. Cool. All right, guys, those of y'all who are watching this live stream, thank you for hanging out with me. It's the end of quarter number 1. Let's do this. It's the end of quarter number 1. We'll keep it simple for today. Where are you watching from? Looking to find out where you guys are watching from. So I am live from San Antonio, Texas. I live in San Antonio. It's the 7th most populated city in the United States, and I help add to that census there. Let's see where you guys are from. Ashley's in Georgia. Northeast Ohio is in the chat. Cassandra says New Mexico. Sometimes these teams wear white at home to dissipate the heat in sun, and since white is an away typical use of uniform, this may be a psychological foolery, says Stunt Girl. All right, Tulsa, Oklahoma is in the chat. Ella Korb says Colorado. Lego Martínez, hey, che, boludo, pelotudo, este hombre de Buenos Aires viene aquí y me está rompiendo los huevos, la concha de tu madre. Sorry, my Argentinian came out a little bit. Lego Martinez, what's up, man? Rubicon, says my chair. Robert Zamora, San Antonio. Love you, Robert. Appreciate you. Thornton, Colorado. Joe Romo's in San Antonio. Caskets and Cures, says Jackson, Tennessee. Michael Larnino, I see you in Mahoning Township, Pennsylvania. I've got Quaid in Memphis. Haines City in the chat. Larry Black says Larry. Anchor Bay, California for Sue, and I'm still in Puyallup, Washington, says our boy David Bacco. I've got Jade in Texas. I've got CF6998 saying good evening, Mario and everyone. Appreciate you, bro. I got Campbell in the chat in Missouri. What's going on, Campbell? Jeff Metterling says, I'm from Chicagoland area, Illinois, Chicagoland. Springfield, Missouri. Detroit, Dubois, Wyoming, and I hope I said that right. Pennsylvania's in the chat. No Dice is in Virginia. Jade says hello. Hello, Jade. How are you? Thomas Bush in Lexington Park, Maryland. Brighta Bike Guy in mid-Michigan. This game, back to the action, and welcome to First Downs to Thomas Stevens. Fist bumps to you, Mr. Stevens. Thank you, sir. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the club. If I didn't get a chance to read y'all's location, guys, if I didn't get a chance to read y'all's locations, my apologies. Not going to get a chance to read all of them, but let's get focused into this game once again. It's a third down, and it's a handoff to the left, spinning around and running into his own help here. Looks like this is not going to be enough to pick up a first down, but it does put them in field goal range. So it'll be a 4th down and 13 as we start quarter number 2. 14 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Looks like a 53-yard field goal will be dialed up for Will Lutz. Take a look at this one. Welcome to First Downs, Thomas. Appreciate you, sir. Second year here, says Thomas. Awesome. Welcome back, dude. Huntsville, Alabama. I'm at the bar saying Robbie G playing a drinking game with Tony Romo. Well, better a game with Tony Romo than with Bill Cosby, right? There's the kick. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the field goal is there. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll stop the clock at 14:07 as the Denver Broncos take a 3-point lead here. Broncos country. Let's ride. Broncos up 10-7 in this game. All right. Puro San Antonio. I see you titled Rose Production, or Tilted. Tilted Rose Production is who it is. Tilted Rose Productions. Puro San Antonio. Alamejo drinking game. Let's see. Yo, Mario. Football Nation. Robert. Michael Castro. Welcome back. Big Nut Sluts. Gosh. Is that what they call him? Honestly, that's kind of a fire nickname, if I'm being honest. That's an awesome nickname, if I'm being honest. John Tonian. What's up, dude? John Tonian says, Mario, what do you think of the NFL going to have international teams? I mean, it's not going to be like in the same, it doesn't bother me. We've already got the NBA with teams in Canada, or a team in Canada. National Hockey League got Canadian teams there as well. If we're expanding to like Canada or even down to Mexico, what's the problem here? Now, if they're going all the way to, all the other places, you never know. It could get pretty wild there. Emerson says my 10-leg parlay didn't hit. Crystal Padilla says, what's up, Mario? What's up, Football Nation family? Let's effing go. Fist bumps to you, Crystal Padilla. Welcome in. 3 years, says Arian. 3 years, bro. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, so we did talk about the Green Bay Packers schedule. Let's talk about the schedule here for the Denver Broncos. Let's look at the NFL real quick. Let's look at next week preseason. It's the third week and final week of preseason. By the way, look at how far. There's a big gap here, guys, between Friday the 28th and week 1, September 14th. Know that. By the way, this is Monday Night Football. Still, there will be about 10 or 11 days without football between the end of week 3 and Wednesday, September 9th. So just keep that in mind. Okay, week 1 is when all of the action actually starts, guys. This is Snickle Fritz. You don't want those preseason games anyways. Monday Night Football, Broncos at Chiefs. Week 2, home game for Denver against the Jaguars. Week 3, Sunday Night Football, Rams at Broncos. And Week 4, Sunday, Broncos 49ers. This is a brutal start to the schedule. Like, schedules don't get much harder than this. Now, the Chiefs did miss the postseason last year. The Jaguars aren't, outside of the one anomaly that was Trevor Lawrence when he got that one win after throwing 5 interceptions in that wild card game against the Chargers. Not exactly what I'm super excited about. But the Broncos have a tough schedule. Big kickoff return. This could break and go all the way. Out to the 50, out to the 40, the 35, and down at the 33-yard line. Pierre Strong with a 68-yard kickoff return. Not going to go all the way. Let me not confuse anybody. Shout out to the beautiful Victoria saying, let's effing go from Arkansas. Fist bumps to you, Victoria. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, man, you guys know it's never asked. I never want anybody to feel like super chats by favoritism on this channel. They They definitely get my attention because I get a physical chime and it lights up in a different color. But shout out to you, Victoria. Thank you for the super. Thank you for your support. Here is a play on 1st and 10. This is from the Green Bay, looks like the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 at the Denver 32. There's a flag on the play. It's a holding. 1st and 10 becomes 1st down and 18. So let's change this here. 1st and 18. The clock is still ticking. We got 13:51 on the clock after that holding call. Football is at the Denver Broncos 40-yard line. Let's go from Arkansas, she says. All right, looking forward to graduating college so I can donate to the Super Chat, says John J. Matthews. Dude, I get it. I was a broke college kid myself for many a year, sir. But even so, guys, Super Chats are nice. I just enjoy hanging out with you guys. Comments coming in always are appreciated, so keep the comments flowing. Here's a quick throw from Tyrod Taylor. He connects with Bo Melton. 1st down and 18 becomes 2nd down and 11 here on the play. So 2nd down and 11. This moves the football to the Denver 33-yard line, and the clock is still ticking. Todd Tier says, I actually ate 48 pounds of bacon today. I don't know if that's like humanly possible, but if you did, I'm impressed. All right. 2nd down and 11, Tyrod Taylor takes the snap, a 4-man rush coming in. Tyrod throws this overhead here. It's going to stop the clock on an incomplete pass up the field. It's 3rd down and 11. And the Denver Broncos have done a decent job of keeping the Packers at bay. No pun intended, considering it's the Green Bay Packers. So 3rd down and 11 at the 33-yard line. Green Bay. Oh, looks like they're going to end up settling for a field goal here. Here comes the 3rd down play. All right, guys, 3rd down, looks to the left, throws to the left, and it's going to be a 1-yard pickup here. He does connect with Brooks on that toss. It's not going to be enough. It's going to force a field goal. It's going to force a field goal here, and the clock is ticking. 4th down and 10. Clock is hot. Lincoln City says, AZ Saturner. I see you, Mike. BRB phone call. Tracy Simmons is in the chat. Earth Citizen says, big thanks to Mario Santino and the mods. Thank you, Earth Citizen. Block says Larry Black. Let's see Larry from the left hash, the 51-yarder. And the kick is beautiful. The kick is perfect. The kick is good. The Packers knock back the field goal here, ladies and gentlemen. That will stop the clock with 12:04, and the Packers have tied up the game. The score is now 10-10 with 12 minutes left to play in the first half of this game, and when we get back, it'll be Denver Broncos football. Good game so far. We've seen both teams score with their main players and with special teams now at this point. 10-10 says C. Doves. Stunt Girl says, hey, you can watch CFL for so long. Actually, Stunt Girl, let me correct what you were saying here, or correct my reading of what you were saying here. Hey, you can watch CFL, so no shortage of football, and they play all those weekends before the start of the official NFL season. The Montreal Alouettes, the Larks, rule. I don't even know what a lark is, if I'm being honest. Hey, Larry Black. We have a kicker, says Green Bay. Go Rams. We have a kicker, says Green Bay Red Zone. Jeff Metterling saying, breaking news, Nick Chubb just retired from the NFL season. I'm not surprised by that. I mean, Nick Chubb, after that injury, he should have left the Browns so long before that. If he wanted to really get that ring, he would have left the Browns forever ago, not after he snapped his leg. This is also a great game for me. No other reason, because my dad's a Packers and my mom's a Broncos fan, says John. My wife is a Packers fan, so let's see. Jets won 17-0, says Ella Korb. The Rams, you mean the Lambs. David Bacco says, what's a lark? Bird? Question mark. What's up, Larry Black? Bear Schweiger, I see you. Okay, so a couple of things I need to change. Let's turn this off. I actually got to make a quick change on my TV here because they do this now. I can only watch it on this platform 1 hour at a time. Unmute, full screen. There we go. Kickoff, return, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Denver Broncos have the ball right now. Viking Life says now Chubb can go to Dallas. All tied up, says Courtney. Traveling tonight, currently in Borger, Texas, listening to you and the Broncos. Steven, drive safe, my friend. We'll be here for you throughout this game. If you do not have access to the games, guys, we are a color radio broadcast of this game. It's a watch party here, man. We're just here to have some fun. Hope you guys are enjoying this today. A lark is a type of songbird. Thank you, Bride-a-Bike guy. The more you know. First and 10, 45-yard line. A toss to the right-hand side. Looks like this is Jaleel McLaughlin going backwards. And if he is on the roster bubble, that is not what you want. Second down and 14 coming up after a loss of 4. The quarterback in is Jarrett Stidham. Jarrett Stidham is the quarterback in right now for this Denver Broncos squad. In the last 20 games, he's got 1,422 yards, 8 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, a passer rating of 78.3. Here we go. Shotgun formation. Stidham moves McLaughlin here. Stidham drops. He looks to the right. He's on the run. He checks it down. McLaughlin makes the catch, fights to get back to the line of scrimmage. There's a flag in the backfield. Let's find out what this penalty is. 11-11 on the clock. Make a wish. Here's the call. Y'all ready for this? Holding. Offense number 73. There you go. All right. Okay. So a holding is going to back them up, guys. This will bring up a second down and 14. And I saw someone ask, what is color radio? Third down and 14, dropping back. Jarrett Stidham steps through the pocket. Stidham's on the run. Stidham he got to the first stick, but not the second. He slid way too early. It's going to bring up a fourth down. It'll be a fourth down and 8, and it'll be the punt team on a quick 3 and out here. Punt team on a quick 3 and out here for the Denver Broncos. So color radio usually means the color commentator role on a radio sports broadcast. So that's basically what we're doing here. It's a color analyst, which is basically reading the matchups and a play-by-play tied together. I know it sounds weird because radio is technically invisible. That's why there's the joke, like you have the face for radio. But I promise you, color radio is not something I made up. It's a thing that exists. Here's a run to the right-hand side after the punt team puts this over to the other side of the field. 10 minutes here left to go with 9:57 here left to go with Green Bay taking over possession. It's going to be a 1st and 10 here for the Green Bay Packers at the 22-yard line. AJ says that Jordan Love is a bum. How are you, my Cowboy twin, says Crystal. Go Cowboys. Let's see. Mario, can I apply to work with the NFL in the future? Mario can apply to work with the NFL in the future. Maybe in the future. Let's see. Stemedical says, yo, Rob. Larry says, let's go defense. Todd Tier says, whatever. Boys, twin, hey. Reading some of these comments. Like a Brita? Like the water filter? The dopest sports channel, says Victoria. The dopest sports channel. We're working on it. We're working on being the dopest dope is what it is. Kids, don't ask your parents what that is. 10 minutes left to play in the first half of this game, guys. Let's take a look at the schedule for this week. Really quick while we're in this commercial break, talk to me, y'all. Tell me, who is your NFL team? Who is your NFL team? Question marks. Your favorite NFL team This commercial break is going to go by fast, guys. Let's see how this goes. First-time listener, this is awesome, says Larry Black. Well, welcome back, Mr. Black. Back in black. I'd say. DJ Jean checks in for the Kansas City Chiefs Buccaneers. That'll be tomorrow, guys, 6:30 p.m. I see Robert checking in with the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys have our matchup, guys. Dallas Cowboys against the Arizona Cardinals. Down below, Buttercream Dream says Chargers. Chargers got the 49ers. That was actually yesterday. That was that game that happened yesterday. Buffalo, ladies and gentlemen, will be playing against the Browns right there. 49ers, we talked about this one. Seattle Seahawks will be on Sunday, guys. Seahawks and Titans right there. Who else out here? Lots of Broncos fans in the chat. No surprise. O2RR says Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers got the Chiefs this week. Let's see. Actually, we could take it one step further. We could take it one step further here and actually look at Week 1. We can fast forward this to the actual Week 1 schedule. And in Week 1, guys, the Buffalo Bills will open up the season here against the Houston Texans. Who else, guys? Chat moving fast, says Todd Tier. I agree. That's always a good thing, my friends. Someone says undecided. Bills Mafia, Houston Texans, Dallas Cowboys in Week 1 have the New York Giants. If we have any Broncos fans, which we do in this chat, Broncos, Week 1 against the Kansas City Chiefs. All the games highlighted in green are the games I will be covering. And by the way, we have trivia at halftime. Handoff here for the Green Bay Packers. Handoff here for the Green Bay Packers. Okay, we'll cut away. Cool. All right, man. Skull Vikings. I see it. That's a shame, says AZ Saturner. 2nd down and 8, football at the Green Bay 24. We start the clock. 9:34 left to play in the first half. Go Pack, go, says James Lynch. Pause and Grow TV. Welcome back, Pause and Grow. Shotgun. Motion on the field. Green Bay with possession. It's 2nd down and 8. Excuse me. Snap comes in. Tyrod Taylor has the pocket. The wall's closing. He runs backwards. He throws on the run. And he throws that one away. 3rd down and 8 after an incomplete pass here. He's going to have to pull himself up off the turf and walk back into the huddle. Eso pasa. Go Broncos, says Isaac None. What's going on, Isaac? Looking for some different names in here. Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl, but it's Super Bowl, says Troy. Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl. Snap comes in for Tyrod Taylor. Blitz dialed up by this Denver Broncos defense. A terrible throw upfield. Don't even know how Tyrod Taylor's still in the league if he plays like this. There is a flag on the play. This could be roughing the passer. Let's see here. Oh, man, Tyrod Taylor got absolutely blown up here. But they're calling it pass interference. There was also a face mask that was missed there. The Packers had a hand in someone's face mask there that was missed by the officials. Should have been 2 flags on the play, 1 on each side, but a DPI is going to bail out the Green Bay Packers. 9:04 here left to go. Penalty against Chris Abrams-Drain. So Chris Abrams-Drain, 18-yard penalty here, will move Green Bay from the 24 to the 42. 42-yard line. Tyrod Taylor under center. 9:04 left to go. Here's the snap. He fakes the handoff to the single back. He'll pan that backwards instead. Sky Moore cuts and goes. Sky Moore will pick up about, call that a 6-yard pickup. It's 2nd down and 4 now. Sky Moore moves it from the 42 to the 48. 2nd down and 4, Sky Moore. High fives Christian Watson on the sideline as he comes off the field for the next play. All right, the football is sitting on the right hash here. Break. The Packers break the huddle. Tyrod Taylor is under center. It's a single back formation. The clock should be ticking here. Here's a handoff to the right-hand side. He is gone. He picks up, looks like Pierre Strong, scrambles for 12 yards here, and that's good for a Green Bay Packers. 1st down. 1st down for Green Bay. Green Bay is able to continue to move the sticks. They are now across midfield at the Denver 40-yard line thanks to Pierre Strong and a 12-yard pickup. Oh, yeah. The Nola no call, if it wasn't for the Rams and that DPI, that Nola no call will live forever there, Tommy Braskett. Handoff to the right side. Looks like it's going to be that looked like an 8-yard gain. They're calling it a 7-yard gain. 2nd down and 3. Cool. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in the first half of this game. We are at the midway point of quarter number 2. Sunshine, thank you for the heads up. How about that, huh? Sunshine says we got about 1,000 people watching. We're still under 400 likes. What are we waiting for, guys? What are we waiting for? Here's the snap. Tyrod Taylor on 2nd down and 2 will hand this to Chris Brooks, who will gain no yardage here. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. Matter of fact, he'll lose a yard. It's a 3rd down and 3, and the clock keeps ticking. Sunshine Canyon, thank you for the heads up. Even a blind official could have called the DPI, says Tommy. David Bacco says Cowboys can have a good year if the defense gets better. I agree. Let's see. Jerry Jones going to sign Tony Romo. They could use him. What is with everybody hating Dak Prescott so much? He literally has the most passing yards in Dallas Cowboys history, and yet everyone poo-poos on Dak Prescott. The offense for the Dallas Cowboys was a top 3 offense in passing yards and in just total offense, but everyone poo-poos on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Crazy. He finishes the season as fantasy quarterback number 4, I think it was. Everybody still, oh, Dak is trash. Is he, though? Anyways, here we go. Shotgun formation. Motion on the field. Here's the snap. Tyrod Taylor on 3rd down and 3. Scrambles to the right side. He's outside the numbers. He throws it on the run. The pass is incomplete. It's 4th down. 6 minutes and 21 seconds left to go. 4th down, but there's a flag on the play. Find out what this penalty is now. Waiting for the call. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense. This is going to be a 15-yard penalty, guys, and an automatic 1st down for Green Bay again. Green Bay has now been helped twice on this drive, and the Denver Broncos have now given up over 30 yards of penalties on this drive with DPI and a roughing the passer play right there. This is going to bring up a 1st and 10 at the Denver 18-yard line. All right, guys, here we go. 6 minutes and 21 seconds here to go. At the 18-yard line, Tyrod Taylor waits for the snap with Chris Brooks at his left. Brooks will get the carry and moves it from the 18 to the 15. It's 2nd down and 7, and the clock is ticking. 2nd down, here we go. Of course you do. Let's see. Them Cowboys could use Troy Aikman, says Stemedical. Could. The Cowboys are the nickelback of the NFL. People think it's cool to hate them while secretly liking them, says Tristan Looker. Dude, can I borrow that, Tristan? I'm totally going to use that. 2nd down and 7. A handoff to Chris Brooks again. Looks like a 3-yard pickup this time. Maybe a... Oh, they're calling this a more generous gain here. I got a 3rd down and 2 on my screen after this. Looked like a modest gain, but there. The Cowboys are the nickelback of the NFL, says Tristan Looker. Look at this photograph. What up? What a name. Meat Hammer. All right. All right. Giggity, 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 goo. It's 3rd down and 2. Tyrod Taylor from the 11-yard line zips this one through the middle of the field, and it's going to be caught by Bo Melton. Will not find the end zone, but it's good enough for a 1st down. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal for Bo Melton. The Green Bay Packers are now at the 3-yard line. It's 1st and goal at the 3. All right, y'all, here we go. Timeout. Likely going to be called right now. So, first and goal is coming up. I got 4 minutes and 30 seconds on my clock. We're going to wait here. There's motion on the field. Seems to be a little bit of confusion. Tyrod Taylor takes the snap. He looks to the right, throws it to the right, but the clock will stop here as that timeout does come in. The Green Bay Packers will be charged with a timeout here. So, timeout has been called. Green Bay. First of the half. We'll see what happens here. 4:28 left to go. We'll add that 1 extra second. All right, here we go. Go, Pack, go. Hello, Robert. Nick Chubb just announced he's retiring, says Rob. Dak only had those stats because he's always trailing. So he's got to throw. I mean, that still, while that may be true, it is very hard to win games and very hard to not expect your quarterback. Here's the thing. Dak Prescott can actually get those yards. The defense is awful. We all know that, but that is not the only defense in the NFL that was awful. The Raiders' defense was awful in the NFL. They did not win very many games. There are a lot of teams whose defenses just were not there. The New York Giants' defense was pretty bad. They did not win any games. Dallas Cowboys' defense was literally the worst defense in the NFL, and Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys were still able to win a good handful of those and even tie with the Green Bay Packers last year. There's only so much you can do when your team is giving up 41, 38 points per game. I mean, you know. Anyways, here we go. Second down and goal. It's second down. Shotgun formation. Waiting for the snap. Tyrod takes the high snap. He hands this off to the back next to him. It's Pierre Strong, who does not look very strong on that run. Third down and goal from the 2-yard line. Tackle made there by Jackson and Ellis. So a third down and goal coming in here for the Green Bay Packers. Let's see what they can do. The nickelback of the NFL. All right. 10-10, third and goal, 2-yard line. Packers with the ball. Shotgun with trips to the left. It is loud here, and the snap comes in. Tyrod goes to the far side. Only 1 foot is in. One official says no touchdown. The other official was getting ready to say he was in. So now a conversation here, a little chinwag between the two officials trying to decide what the call is going to be. Let's stop the clock. Third and goal. The officials call it a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed. They're going to talk about this. They're going to add the points here. And it looks like this touchdown might actually stand, guys. So, touchdown. Green Bay Packers. Oh, that second toe tap was barely there. Here's the replay. Right foot is down, left foot, toe tap right there. Just barely got that foot down, but he got it. It's a touchdown. Green Bay is up 16-10. Sean Payton shouting, pointing at the Jumbotron. Well, when they look at it, Sean, it's going to be a touchdown either way. It's going to be a touchdown either way. All right. Well, we'll see. Can't challenge because all scoring plays are reviewed. The extra point attempt is good, and the score is 17-10. All right, Green Bay has retaken the lead. Good game so far. I think he's out of bounds, says Jeff. I didn't see it, man. It looked like he was in there. All right, looks like Semillas de Belladonna. Semillas de Belladonna says, just had my edible. I'm ready, y'all. All right, Semillas. Maroon Commando says, I came in through the window last night, and you're gone. DS3651. He says, by the way, Mario, I'm a Cowboys fan. Well, by the way, DS, so am I. By the way, DS, so am I. By the way, DS, by the way, DS, so am I. Let's go, boys. Been a Cowboys fan. I am a Cowboys fan. Not even going to front. Just let y'all know that that's true. Okay. Mean Hammer says, dude, that was out. He got his toe tap. He got the toe tap in. Tied score? Not anymore, Tawana. Not anymore. Whoa, Black Betty. Dackalack. Barrel racers are some of the craziest people on the planet. Yes, I've seen that for sure. Let's see. This is why I love Football Nation. No other community like this one, says Maroon Commando. Appreciate you, Maroon. AZ Senator says, please tell me why the car is in the front yard and I'm. But his wife is a Packers fan. She is a Packers fan. She is. Wait, who's your favorite team, says Tracy? There, Robert will flex it for us. Go Cowboys. Go Cowboys. All right. High Wisdom says Cowgirls. Haven't heard that one before. My goodness. Kidding, obviously. Okay, so commercial break, guys. When we get back, it's going to be the Denver Broncos football. The Green Bay Packers just completed their drive. That was 12 plays, 78 yards, 6 minutes and 50 seconds milked off the clock, and we've got the 2-minute warning coming up on the horizon. Bring me the horizon. All right, couple other things we could definitely talk about. You know what I haven't done is update the scrolling text at the bottom of the screen here. So let's change this. We're almost through the entire first half, and y'all have been staring at the same data at the bottom here. Okay, let's take a look at the AFC. So these are not technically the standings. These are the projected standings for this season. And these are the numbers that are brought in by the sports books. And I used AI to help put those in order. I don't wholly agree with the list that's scrolling by at the bottom. It's got the Buffalo Bills finishing as number 1 in the AFC East. I actually have the New England Patriots ahead of the Buffalo Bills. I've also got the Bengals ahead of the Ravens here, just so y'all know. New York Jets, Miami Dolphins, I think that's actually the right fit scrolling by at the bottom of the screen. Here is the kickoff. The Broncos bringing this one out to about the 29-yard line. AFC South, Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars at 1-2. I think that will stay. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if the Indianapolis Colts passed up the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Tennessee Titans are probably finishing in 4th down there. Let's see. Fun fact, Cowboys are my dad's favorite team, so for sentimental reasons, they've become my second favorite team, says O2RR. Haters going to hate no matter what. It's literally their jobs, so let them hate all they want. Yeah, dude, hate only comes from below. It never comes from above. Here's a throw, and a beautiful throw at that. This is going to be caught. Jarrett Stidham delivers a beautiful pass to Dane Key. So a good throw on 1st and 10 from the 29. Folks, that was a master play right there to Key. 25-yard pickup. It's first down. 2:39 to go. Jarrett Stidham on his own logo slings this one again while on the run. It hits the man in the hands. Dane Key was the intended receiver again. This time the pass is incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10 at the Green Bay 46-yard line. 2nd down and 10 at the Green Bay 46. 2.5 minutes left to go after the incomplete pass right there. Definitely could have been a DPI. I mean, how is that awkward push right there at the top of that route? Did not get in trouble for it. Got away with it. Benjamin St. Juste got lucky to not be flagged on that play. It's 2nd and 10 on the right hash. Dropping back, looking right. Stidham throws this into the dirt. What kind of that was a terrible throw. 3rd down and 10. There was a player in the area that was definitely grounding, but not going to be flagged because there was an eligible receiver in the area. Let's see. H-Town and Dirty Grit City. Science can be our friends, and inertia and jumping a car can you. Yes. Wait, what? Okay. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Denver Broncos inside of Packers territory. Jarrett Stidham on 3rd down. Looks to the left, delivers. It's caught on the left-hand side. This time the tackle is going to bring down the receiver here, Jaleel McLaughlin. Not going to do much on that play. It brings up a 4th down and 4. Might be go-for-it territory. It is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So, this is my favorite part of the live streams, guys. It's the 2-minute warning. In 2 minutes, we're going to have halftime trivia for you guys. But I want to know, if you are new, drop 5 emojis. If you are new, drop 5 emojis. Let's see who you guys are. We're looking for the newbies in our commercial break. We are in the middle of a commercial break, not going to have a whole lot of time. Looking for the newbies right now. This is the year, says Michael. James Cook. What's up, James Cook? 1688 says hello. Megan is in the chat. Megan with the Ginyu Force dab. What's going on, Megan? Megan Knutson. Is it Knutson? Is it Knutson or Knutson? Megan K. What's going on? Welcome in. LaShawn Korb says hello to all the newbies. Dirt McNasty. Love it. What's up, dude? How are you? Fist bumps to Dirt, Mr. McNasty. We got Shane Brinson also in the house. What's up, Shane? How you doing, man? Shane Brinson has checked in. Stemedical saying, come to Phoenix if you want the heat. Christian Soldier says, shh. What's going on, Christian? How are you, my friend? Kenneth Garrow. What's up, man? Max Fantasy Report says, there's my guy. What's up, Max? How you doing, Max? Welcome in, dude. Robert Zamora says, welcome to all the newbies. Looks like Lowell Forbes. Lowell Forbes. What's up, dude? How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guys, we normally want to say hello to all the newbies who are coming into this channel. I want you guys to feel at home. I know, I get it. I talk a lot during these live streams. It's kind of my job. It's kind of what we do here. If you guys want to talk a lot, the chat is right over there for you. Please keep those conversations flowing. I love seeing the names out here, from Lexington 101 to B-Dog, who's in the chat saying, I am here. Bob Dog 420 with the Broncos logo. I see you, Bob Dog. Cat Perfect. Welcome in, Cat. You are perfect. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Looks like Lynn Sanford. What's going on? It's Lynn Sanity in the house. Lynn, rock and roll. Welcome in, Lynn. I see you. Big hands. I know you're the one, says Todd Tier. This is the best community ever, says Robert. Thank you, Robert. That's why I like you, because you actually talk and entertain, says Sunshine Canyon. I mean, if I'm not entertaining and I'm not engaged with you guys, how could I possibly expect you guys to engage with me? How can I expect you guys to want to stick around if I'm not even interested in the game? Like, that's craziness, you know? Who's your favorite Cowboy of all time? Who's your favorite Cowboy of all time? My favorite all-time Cowboy and current favorite Cowboy is Dak Prescott. Favorite Cowboy of all time, I'd probably say Jason Witten. I know, everyone's going to be like, you're not going to go with Irvin? You're not going to go with... No, I'm going to go with Jason Witten because the man was a legend. All right, folks, here we go. Commercial break is just about over. DS 3651. And those of you butterflies and sunshine, appreciate y'all. It's 4th down and 4. 4th down, 2 minutes to play in the first half of this game. Jarrett Stidham waiting for the snap. He takes it. 4-man rush comes in. Stidham airs this to the end zone. It's a shot all the way. No flag on the play. And running around, Simpson shaking and wagging the finger. No flag for DPI. And this will be a turnover on downs. It's Green Bay, 1st down. Kenneth Garrow says Clint Eastwood. I ain't happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine. In a bag I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on, is coming on. Ah! Finally, someone let me out of my cage. Yeah, time for me is nothing because I'm counting no age. Shotgun formation. Here we go. 41-yard line. This time taken over on downs. Looking left, throwing left. The pitch, the catch. Jordan Love. Did he come back in or is that Kyle McCord? I think Kyle McCord is in now for the Green Bay Packers, guys. We're down to third string here. Second down now coming up. It's a 2nd down and 2 after a successful catch was made on the left side of the field. Timeout looks like has been called by Green Bay again. Sturdivant getting looked at right now. So the wide receiver, Michael Sturdivant, the rookie out of Florida, is currently being evaluated. He just made a catch. I don't know if that's a head injury or a neck injury, but he's down. I got a 2nd down coming up right now. 2nd down and 2 at the Green Bay 49. It's a hard hit to Sturdivant's head, neck area. Wonder if he's okay. Green Bay has 1 timeout remaining. Football Nation mods rock, says Earth Citizen. Appreciate you guys. Packers can practice their 2-minute drill, says Robbie G. Here we go. Dropping back, looking left, throwing left. It's caught. Good play by Will Shepard this time. They hurry back to the offensive line. It's going to be good for a Green Bay Packers 1st down. Green Bay on the move. The football has advanced here for the Green Bay Packers. It's a 1st and 10 across midfield at the Broncos 46. A handoff to Pierre Strong will move this football. Looks like out to, there's a flag on the play, so let's see who this one is on. Flag on the play. It says Green Bay, illegal block above the waist. 10-yard penalty. So an illegal block in the back on the Green Bay Packers. Interesting. Kyle McCord connected with Isaiah Nayer. All right. I don't know if I love that call. Seemed like a very weak call right there. This is going to back them up, guys. So instead of it being a 1st down, or I should reassess here. It's 1st down and 14 now after that. Big throw, big catch. Holy cow. Isaiah Nayer makes the grab for 9 yards on the right-hand side. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 5 after a 1st and 14. 1:02 left to play. Looking right, Kyle McCord almost. Oh, wow. That was almost in the hands of Chris Abrams-Drain. That was in his hand, almost an interception right there delivered by Kyle McCord. McCord is now 3 of 5 in today's contest, 22 passing yards. It's 3rd down. The clock is stopped with 58 seconds. Break. The Packers line up. Shotgun. 3 on the left, trips left. Snap comes in. McCord blitz coming in. A bad throw under the pressure. 4th down and 5 at the 41-yard line. And it looks like the Green Bay Packers are going to kick a long field goal here on 4th down and forever. This one is a 59-yarder, guys, for the Green Bay Packers. 59-yard field goal coming up here for Green Bay. 54 seconds left to go. Lax coach, what's going on, Lax? How you doing, coach? All right, on the right hash. 59-yard field goal. The kick is up. Only one side of the safety net managed to go up. The rest of it's all tangled. They'll have to get that fixed. And the field goal's good, guys. So the Green Bay Packers get 3 more points on the board. Packers get 3 more. It's 20-10. Nick Chubb retiring. Denver held. I love it, says Larry Black. Hook it. No hook this time. Field goal was clean. Pause and grow. Cheers, man. Go Bills. Football Nation. Appreciate you, Richard. Appreciate you, Richard. Thank you so much for those kind words, man. Be sure to spread the love if you're ever watching other YouTube channels out here. Say, man, this guy is great. This guy is really good. But he's not quite Football Nation. 50 seconds for points, says Larry Black. Packers kicker is legit. That's Trey Smack right there. Yes, guys, Trey Smack is the new kicker. The rookie out of Florida here as well for Green Bay. Trey Smack, his leg can smack that ball. Wow, I don't know if I expected this outcome, says Country. You know, it's impossible to really expect anything in the preseason. It's very hard to predict these preseason games when you've got quarterback after quarterback after quarterback. Nobody can get hot. We saw Bo Nix play. We've seen Jarrett Stidham. I'd like to see Sam Ehlinger because he actually looked pretty good the last time we saw him. He'll probably get the rest of the second half. 1st and 10 coming up after the kickoff here, guys. The football's at the Denver 23. Who's my favorite non-Cowboy football player? There's a lot, dude. I love football, dude. My favorite non-Cowboy actively playing right now. It's hard to say. Here's the snap. Here's the drop back. Oh, the interception by Green Bay! Mark Perry picks it off. 40 seconds left to go, and Green Bay will get possession back. Jarrett Stidham, you bum! Jarrett Stidham. Intercept. Throws the pick right there. Throws the interception. What an interception by Mark Perry. My gosh. Way to come in and pick that off. Incredible. 40 seconds left to go. If he was on the roster bubble, he just made the team. Good job, Perry. Way to read that. Way to read that. So Green Bay gets it back. A turnover by the Broncos. Well, I feel that the fans might boo the Broncos at halftime, says Jeff Metterling. Well, here's the thing. Again, Jarrett Stidham, come on. Are we really worried about Jarrett Stidham? We know that unless there's an injury to Bo Nix, they'll never see Jarrett Stidham. Here's a look to the right, a throw to the right, an incomplete pass on the right. A 2nd down and 10 stops the clock after 2 seconds are taken off. If I'm Green Bay, just keep it on the ground. Take this to the locker room. Try to get some extra points if you can, which they are in field goal range right now. Stiddy gots to go, says CD. Is this a Sour Patch Kid? Bro, you got a Sour Patch Kid as your logo. I love that. Shotgun formation. Favorite candy in the world, by the way. Looking right, throwing right. McCord cannot connect with Will Shepard. Stops the clock again. 3rd down and 10. Football stays this time at the Denver 33. I pray for you, Bo. Blue shaking his head. Gary says it's preseason. It is preseason. Michael knows the joke. You bum. I bet you're not even your kid's favorite player. You bum. That's so messed up. Here's the snap, looking right, throwing right. It is caught, almost enough for a 1st down. 4th down and 1 coming up, and if I'm Green Bay, this is a chance to go for it. 23 seconds left to go. It's preseason, so what can you expect, says Thomas Stevens. Dave says, 1st down. Almost there, Dave. 4th down and 2 coming up right now. You can see the official on the sideline goes 2. Yeah, 2. Yeah, 4th down and 2. Final timeout has been taken here. 2 seconds left to go. So this is just to get these final points. Field goal coming in right now, guys. Field goal coming up for Green Bay. The football at the Denver 24, so this would be a 41 or 42-yarder for the Green Bay Packers. I feel like a 42-yarder here. We'll see what happens. It's 20-10. Green Bay getting ready to kick this one. It's a 43-yarder, 43-yard field goal. The score is 20-10. Here comes the kick. The wind is blowing. They're lined up on the right hash here. Again for Smack. Let's see if he can smack this one through. Snap, kick, it's up. It's beautiful. And the Green Bay Packers will put 3 more points on the board. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this will take us into halftime. So this is going to take us to halftime. For those of y'all who are new on this channel, don't go anywhere. I do have a trivia quiz for you. Let's make sure I even plug this quiz in. I want to make sure it's the right one. Packers Broncos. It is. All right, let's do it. Let's go to our trivia quiz. I'll put 13 minutes here on the clock. And we'll start this thing. Reset you, halftime break. Let's do this thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for our trivia quiz. This is where I ask you guys 10 questions. It's just for funsies. There's no penalties for wrong answers. I'm going to test your knowledge here, guys. This quiz, admittedly, is a little on the hard side, so good luck. Giggity. All right, guys, which Packers legend was nicknamed the Minister of Defense? Was it Ray Nitschke, Reggie White, or Willie Davis? This is question number 1. But it should be, if you know anything about football, man, this should be a pretty easy question. Okay. Should be a pretty easy question here. The correct answer is, of course, Reggie. Reggie White, the Minister of Defense. Why was he called the Minister of Defense? Well, he was a minister. He would preach, and he was someone who was very in tune with his religion. Of course, being one of the greatest defensive players of all time, the Minister of Defense makes sense to me. Here's question number 2, guys. Question number 2. What is the name of the Denver Broncos live horse mascot? Is it Thunder, Miles, or Buckshot? What is the name of the Denver Broncos live mascot? What do you think, guys? It's Thunder. 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 Ho! Thunder is the name of the horse, the actual live horse, not the fake mascot. There are 2 mascots, guys, the real horse and the fake one. Let's go on to question number 3. Okay, guys, where did the Packers quarterback Jordan Love play college football? Let's just rephrase that to be simpler. Where did Jordan Love play college ball? Was Jordan Love drafted at a Fresno State, Oregon, or Utah State? A, B, or C? Where did Jordan Love play college football? Robbie says, hi-ho, Silva. Utah. At Utah State, there he is in his Utah State uniform, guys. And here he is on my cheat sheet where it says Utah State as well. Yeah, that's where he played college ball. Not half bad. Didn't do all that great, if I remember correctly, but not all that bad. Okay, guys, where did Bo Nix play college ball? I think this was an easier one. I did get to watch a lot of Bo Nix when we covered this particular team. Did he go to Auburn, Oregon, or Washington? A, B, or C? Mario, best football player you've ever seen? Different players do different things. Right now, Christian McCaffrey seems, as long as he's healthy, he's the best player out there, period. But the correct answer to this question here, guys, where did Bo Nix play college football? He was an Oregon Duck. An Oregon Duck. And in my own humble opinion, way better than Marcus Mariota ever was. But Oregon is the correct answer here. Let's go to the next question here, man. Is anybody really here, says Dean? Yes, people are really here. Who holds the Packers record with 52 career interceptions? 52 career interceptions for the Green Bay Packers. Who is that person? Is it Willie Wood, Bobby Dillon or Herb Adderley? And this is where the questions start getting a little bit tougher here. I'll give you a hint. Most of you guys were not alive. The correct answer is Bobby Dillon. 52 yards here, guys, playing offense and defense, and he was really good. Bobby Dillon was a halfback. He was a running back and also played defense and had 52 career interceptions. Suck on that, Deion Sanders. Let's go to question number 6. Which Broncos safety was nicknamed the Smiling Assassin? Any real Broncos fans out there? The Smiling Assassin, is it Dennis Smith, Steve Atwater, or Champ Bailey? A, B, or C? A, B, or C? Broncos fans, do y'all know the answer to this one? A lot of people saying bravo, 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 bravo. And a lot of people would be right. It is indeed Steve Atwater. The Smiling Assassin, of course, Hall of Famer as well. I mean, really just very niche knowledge here, guys. If you did not know the answer to that one, that was one of the hard questions. Let's see if I can soften this up just a little bit. Who was named MVP of Super Bowl 31? Was it Brett Favre, Reggie White, or Desmond Howard? Who was named MVP of Super Bowl 31, A, B, or C? Okay. So here's a fun fact, guys. It was actually Desmond Howard, and he was the first player ever in a Super Bowl to be awarded the MVP as a special teams player. The first special teams player to win MVP in the Super Bowl. Kind of crazy. Let's go to question number 8. All right, guys, who holds the Broncos franchise record for the longest field goal? This should be a little bit easier for y'all. Is it Jason Elam, Brendan McManus, or Matt Prater? The longest field goal in franchise history. A, B, or C? Love these questions, man. The correct answer here is Matt Prater. It was Matt Prater with the longest field goal, and if gosh, I can't even remember off the top of my head. I can pull up that statistic for you guys in just a moment. Just believe me when I tell you the correct answer is Prater. Question number 9, guys. This is a fun one. I like this one. This one's for funsies. What do the Packers players borrow from children at their training camps? Is it bicycles, footballs, or foam cheeseheads? What is a Packers tradition where the Packers players borrow these things from kids? Do you know the answer? In case you did not know. In case you did not know. The correct answer is bicycles. You can see that girl walking with him and the bicycle and them borrowing the bicycles here. Part of training camp, guys, the kids who show up to these training camps will let the Packers players ride their bikes. And I think it's super cute. I think that's super awesome. And then it makes them feel like Anyways, next question, guys. Final question. Which Broncos quarterback was named MVP of Super Bowl 33? Was that John Elway, Peyton Manning, or Jake Plummer? Super Bowl 33. Now do some math on this. Do some math on this. Is it Elway, Manning, or Plummer? The correct answer, good job, guys, John Elway. Super Bowl MVP of Super Bowl 33. Most of you guys did really well. I want to ride my bicycle. I can ride my bike with no handlebars. Anyways, well then. Someone said, sorry, but imagine a 400-pound lineman on your bicycle. The rims would not be true after that. I never thought of that, dude. But you're absolutely right. You're definitely ruining the spokes on my bike. You can't ride this bike, dude. You're too big. That's crazy. I never thought of that. That's crazy to think. Elway is one of the best quarterbacks. If it ain't Brady, it's Elway. As long as you're not missing the seat. Riding dirty. Trying to catch me riding dirty. My music's so loud. I'm swinging. Patrolling and they gon' catch me riding dirty. Trying to catch me riding dirty. Dude, what year is it? Oh, man. Shaky Bean says no. 50 Miller says Lowell. Bradshaw, criminally underappreciated. Hey, Terry Bradshaw is criminally underappreciated. Talk about what that man did for the Pittsburgh Steelers organization. Big kudos to that comment there, Lax, Coach. I'm with you on that. Don't sleep on Terry Bradshaw and what he did. Yeah, it'd be a lowrider bicycle, says Isaiah Berger. Oh, man. Let's see. Lex, Coach, saying keeping the 70 Steelers in check puts Terry on the mountain by himself. Tough dude. Fitness Roofer says dirty, riding dirty. Larry Black says I love Terry. Scary Terry. My new bike broke in two when I was 12. I did a wheelie and the front wheel and handlebars just came off. Bro, I'm sorry. Hard disagree, but great guy, says Donnie. Okay. Fair enough, dude. Giggity, says Ashley. Let's not forget Joe Montana. Okay. Fair enough. Did you hear VJ is likely out as defensive coordinator? The only VJ I know is VJ Edgecombe. Mario Waddle Dance. I can ride your bike if I want to. I can ride your bike if I want to. You can dance if you want to. Anyways, all right, we're having too much fun. Guys, here's what I'm going to leave up for y'all. I'm going to leave the week 1 schedule up for y'all here real quick. I'm going to go grab something to drink because I am parched. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Keep an eye out, man. This is the actual schedule here for week 1. By the way, that error that I have up there at the top left, guys, that Wednesday game is not the Australia game. It's Thursday, 49ers and Rams. But I'll be back in 60 seconds. Hang tight. All right, guys. So it's nice to have the headphones off for a little bit, getting to hear what these guys had to say. Sorry about that. They were definitely highlighting some things here that we didn't talk about during the break. And those things during the break, during the halftime break, we didn't talk about was the time of possession in the first half. The Denver Broncos had the football for just 10 minutes in that entire first half, and 20 minutes of possession for the Green Bay Packers. They doubled their possession and definitely lost that first half. The Denver Broncos need to come out and win this second half here. It's going to start on this drive. It is now quarter number 3. We've got 14 minutes and 55 seconds. Jarrett Stidham, break. They line up for this play. Football at the Denver 27-yard line. Broncos with the football. It's the first play of the second half. Snap comes in, turns around, hands this off. It's going to be a run straight through the teeth of the defense. A 3-yard gain as a Green Bay Packers helmet pops up and off of someone's head. It's now going to be a 2nd down and 7, and the clock is still ticking. TOP, time of possession, is very crucial, says Donnie Lusk. Long drives, man. 10 minutes. Let's see, you're drinking water on a Friday, watching football. Put on your son's diapers, says Tino is cool. I do a lot of that. That's crazy. I play that song a lot, says Dean. I formation this time. Under center right now, Jarrett Stidham still in on the field at this point. Play clock down to 3. Stidham will turn around and hand this off. Tyler Batty gets a carry here. It's his 2nd carry of the contest. He's now got 6 yards. Let's talk about this here, guys. I got a 3rd down and 4. And we were talking about the Denver Broncos players. Denver Broncos on the far right side over here. The inside column is this Packers row. The far side is the Broncos row. And there are a lot of running backs right now for the Denver Broncos. Break. And we know not all of them are going to make the roster. These looks right now in the second half is legit roster bubble plays. Blitz coming in. 5-man rush. There's a throw through the middle. Finds the soft spot. Lil Jordan Humphrey makes the catch right there. First down, Denver Broncos. Lil Jordan Humphrey picks up 18 yards before being brought down there. Good catch. I love it. Quick, hurry up offense, no huddle, flag coming in. Tyler Batty tries to find the crease on the right-hand side. 13:03 here left to go, and the flag comes flying in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be a holding against the offense. It'll be a 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down. So 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 20. 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 20, and it moves the Broncos all the way back here. Moves the Broncos all the way back here, looks like, to the Denver 41. Brandon Tigerman, what's going on? Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. 1st and 10, it's going to be a handoff. Goes backwards here. Tyler Batty on the bubble. Looking rough, if I'm being honest. He's now got 3 carries for just 1 yard, and not as bad as Jaleel McLaughlin. And I think both of these guys might be getting cut from this team, if I'm being honest. They're going to be moved to the practice squad. The only other player that they would have here is Jonah Coleman. Here's the snap, dropping back, looking right, throwing right. It's high, but it's caught. And 2nd down and 25. 10-yard pickup makes it a 3rd down and 15. Clock still ticks. 3rd down and 15. It was a good throw from Jarrett Stidham to Cam Ross on the play. So Cameron Ross makes the play. Dominic Jackson makes the tackle there for the Green Bay Packers. It's 3rd down and extra long. Shotgun formation. Jarrett Stidham with trips to the left and a running back on his hip to the right. 4-man rush comes in from the 46-yard line. Backpedaling and in trouble here. Jarrett Stidham throws on the run. It will be caught, but not beyond the line to gain. So a catch, but a 4th down nevertheless. 4th down and 12 coming up here. And the punt team comes out for the Denver Broncos. The Broncos going to have to punt. It's Crawshaw to boot this thing away. Not good, says Larry Black. Batty has been reliable most of the time, says On the Sunny Side of the Street. Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I said, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. This punt is returned from the 8-yard line and looks like down at about the 11, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to bring up a first down. So first down coming up for the Green Bay Packers. We stop the clock with 10:44 here in the second half of this game. When we get back, it's 1st and 10 for Green Bay. We will probably see more of Kyle McCord for the rest of this game. Brandon says exactly, sir. And I said, hey, what's up, Shaky Beans? We barely beat this team last season, the Packers, so it's a much tougher contest than last week versus the Falcons, of course, says on the sunny side of the street. Larry says, not good, not good. Ringin' Coleman says, Larry, Denver needs to stop playing like My Little Ponies, says LaShawn Korb. Oh, no. So, you know what was really funny? I was actually tripping out. I was standing up earlier, and this has nothing to do with the game, guys. This is me just making a note. I'm like, why does this fit so perfectly in my shoulder here? And I was doing this whole thing like, what if I had an extra horse on my shoulder? I got this horse attached to me. And then I went over to this screen, and it was the same thing. And I was like, I was just shifted over just a little bit. It's like, what? Why is this horse just following me? Anyways, let's see. It froze. Is it my phone? I really need Denver to win. Do you hear Vance Joseph is getting bought out? Packers are smoking him. It's time for Sean Payton. Mario, tell them people about the Troy Aikman football. It's a good one, Dave. You're absolutely right. So, if you guys have not heard, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have not heard, we are doing a giveaway this week 1 for the NFL, guys. We are doing week 1 pick'ems. And if you're not signed up for the email list, you probably have not heard. At the end of week 1, if we have a winner, guys, we will be giving away $100 and this Troy Aikman signed football in week 1. This is being gifted out in week 1. This is also been certified, guys. This is authenticated. It's JSA with the sticker, with the JSA number. This is a legit Troy Aikman football we are giving away in week 1. And if you guys want it, it is absolutely free to play. Unlike a lot of those other channels like Chat Sports, we don't sit here and beg for people to leave money so that we can get better gifts or things like that. All we do is do our best and forget the rest. So, if you guys want to sign up, there's a link in the description down below. We're giving away a Troy Aikman signed football and $100 in week 1. And if you guys want a chance to win, there are rules and regulations and all that stuff in the description of the game itself. Cool? Cool. All right, guys, 2nd down and 2 as we get back. 2nd down and 2, 10 minutes. Motion on the field towards the top of the screen. It's a handoff to the left, and this will be a 4-yard gain. Looks like a 4-yard run from Pierre Strong, going to result in a 1st down for the Green Bay Packers. So 1st down, Green Bay. The Packers have moved the football out to the 23-yard line. Zeke says it's just preseason, guys. It's exciting to see y'all get so excited. Thank you, Zeke. Oh, man. There's a handoff, fakes the handoff, looks to the right, throws to the right. It's caught, and this will be good for a gain of about 12. Call it 11 as Messiah Swinson makes the grab. Back-to-back Green Bay Packers 1st downs. Not looking great for the Broncos defense right now, not going to lie. Where is this Broncos defense that was so good last season? Where is this Broncos defense that was so good? Says, I love every minute of preseason. The next thing we know, it's January, says Tino is cool. Fact, man. Here's the snap on 1st and 10, this time from the 34-yard line. No gain, 2nd down and 10. Green Bay keeps it on the ground with Pierre Strong. I think we know who the running back is going to be for Green Bay. And interestingly enough, I don't know that it's going to be Pierre Strong. Now, Josh Jacobs is the main running back, but the backup running back that I've got listed is Marshawn Lloyd. I will say that Pierre Strong has looked very good in this game. 8 carries for 38 rushing yards. You got to be happy about that. Quick audible being made at the line right now by Kyle McCord. McCord takes the snap, looks to the left, and rips the cord. Bobbling the pass. It's dropped by Pierre Strong. And actually, it's dropped by, at this point, it was Jaden Nixon, the rookie out of UCF. A flag on the play. Let's find out what this is. 8:23 here left to go. Here's the call. Waiting for it. Hang on. Offensive pass interference. The penalty is declined. OPI, not something you see a whole lot of, but an offensive interference was called by Isaiah Nayer on that play. It's a rub route, and totally, that's a fair call. Offensive pass interference, that's the right call in my opinion. Here's the snap, dropping back. McCord is going to be bagged, and down goes McCord. Doom, doom. Dropping the hammer there. Q Robinson gets the bag on the play. It's 4th down and 21. And Kyle McCord, oh my. That's going to be tough, man. Q Robinson does a great job there by the defense of the Denver Broncos to get the bag. Appeared in 6 games last season as a rookie. 9 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss. Pretty decent numbers there. Big punt right here. High hanging kick. 50, actually scratch that, shy of the 45. Down at about the 43-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos now. The Broncos are still in this game, guys. Real quick, did anybody bet on tonight's game? Raise your hand if you've got a bet on tonight's game. If you made a bet. Raise your hand if you made a bet. What's going on, Paws and Grows? How are you? We have a baseball team that was just sold, says DLM the man. Good night, says Hot Rod Dabbler. What up, Hot Rod? NFL, CFL, women's flag football is fast, all fun. European League, bobsledding and hockey. Only Chicago Cubs games. Dave says, I got something on this one. Tracy says no. Eden Malik has something on this one. Tell me your parlays, guys. If y'all have anything, a miracle that you're hoping for today, talk to me. Is Martinez not playing for Green Bay? I don't see Martinez out there right now. Are you doing the Chiefs game tomorrow? Asks Taylor. Taylor, I don't have the Chiefs game. I wanted to do the Chiefs game. I love my Dallas Cowboys, but low-key would rather do the Chiefs game or even this game right here with the Eagles and the Patriots. Unfortunately for me, unfortunately for the channel, I am on dad dude. Let me rephrase that. Unfortunately for me and the channel, we're not going to be able to cover this stream. That's the unfortunate side. The fortunate side is that I will be with my son all day tomorrow, so I'm going to not be able to cover these games because I will be in dad mode. Now, could I cover one of these games with a baby strapped to my chest? Yes, but I feel like your experience would suffer, and I feel like Sammy probably wouldn't have the best day if his dad is just watching football and not playing with him. So my wife gets home from work somewhere around, 7 or 8 tomorrow, and so I will pick up this game after she's home and we've got baby coverage. That's the reason why we chose this Cowboys game. Outside of the fact that it is, a Cowboys game, it worked out really well for our particular schedule, and because of that, on Saturday, I'm going to have to miss a lot of these really good games like this Ravens-Vikings game, this Eagles-Patriots game, this Chiefs and Buccaneers game that we just won't be able to cover. But I will be covering the games in green this week. So tomorrow, I got Cowboys-Cardinals. Guys, we're going to be up until midnight if you're going to stick around with me for that one. I think that's going to be the worst game of the preseason, if I'm being 100% honest. A run to the right-hand side, a flag coming in here. And I got 7:36 left to go on the clock. There's a holding on the play with 7.5 minutes here. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 20. Let me get this all set up, and we'll cut back to the other screen. Cool. Okay. You better be fully decked out, says Pause. I will be. Let's see. Nice rewording, says TJ Jean. Yeah, I had to definitely clean up the wording on that one. It's not unfortunate for me to be with my son. That's actually the one place that I would like to be all the damn time. Like, that's really where I want to be. But I won't be able to cover the games. because of that. So here's a handoff, a run to the left-hand side. Looks like this time, slipping and taking a pretty big hit right there. It's going to be a 5-yard gain for Jaleel McLaughlin. 2nd down and 15 coming up. Let's start this clock again. You ain't missing much, Sabbath. Best to do what must be done, says Reggio. Was trying to sync my phone and the TV. I'm good now, says Brandon Tiger Man. What's up, Brandon? I got you, bro. You keep the remote, says Stunt Girl. This game is going to end late, says Football. Nah, not that bad. It won't be that long, that late. I do have a 2nd down and 15. The snap comes in, looking right, running right, throwing right. It's caught on that side by Jaleel McLaughlin. McLaughlin brings this out to about the 42-yard line, and it's not going to move the sticks, but 3rd down and 11 after a 4-yard pickup. Dominique Jackson again makes the tackle on that side. Maybe a name we should start circling for the Green Bay Packers defense? Maybe. We'll see. Who gets fired first, Sean Payton or Deion Sanders? I don't know, man. Seriously, the offensive holding calls, WTF on the sunny side of the street says. 3rd down and 11. Here is the snap, dropping back from the 42, delivers a pass, past the 1st down marker. It looks like it's caught. It looks like it's good. 1st down, Denver Broncos. Cameron Ross makes the play as he limps back to the huddle. 1st down for Denver, moves them to the Green Bay 46. The Broncos are 2 touchdowns away from taking the lead, by the way. This isn't like a blowout game. It's a 2-touchdown game in the 3rd quarter, and Denver can get a stop here. They have had just 7 first downs in this contest. Motion on the field from one of the big fullbacks. Motion again from the tight end. A handoff here, and good tackle plugging up the hole right there for the Packers defense. It's Jaleel McLaughlin who picks up about 3 yards on the play. There's a flag on the play. Let's find out what this one is with 4:58 left to go. Okay, so flag. Vamos a ver lo que dicen ahora. Holding on the offense again. 10-yard penalty, replay, 1st down. So Tyron Hopper committed a looks like it's Adam Prentice. Penalty on Adam Prentice, offensive holding. 10 yards enforced at the Green Bay 45. So the Broncos have been pushed back to their own 45. Break. They line up. Broncos over the football right now. Waiting for the snap here. Hands clapping. Jarrett Stidham has a man to his left. The snap comes in. The blitz comes in. Stidham delivers a pass. Got to be a flag here for, late flag comes in. Got to be some contact before. This could be illegal contact or holding. I don't think it'll be DPI. They are calling a defensive pass interference. So pass interference right there. That looked like it was all before the throw. No, that's definitely during the throw, pulling on that jersey. Big jersey pull right there. Good flag by the officials. It's an automatic 1st down. Pass interference, 1st down, Denver Broncos. This moves them back across midfield to the Green Bay 43. And right now the officials are getting a lot of work in as they go back and forth. Snap, handoff to the right. Good run, strong run, right-hand side. Jaleel McLaughlin picks up a few yards here. It's good for a 1st down. Out to the Green Bay 31 here as Jaleel McLaughlin picks up 12. McLaughlin, at this point, 4 carries for 15 yards, according to CBS. I got a 1st and 10 at the 31. 1st and 10 at the 31. Yes, we have no bananas, says Todd Tier. Dover, Delaware will be flooded by this time tomorrow, says Reggio. Uh-oh. Here's the snap. Another handoff. Jaleel McLaughlin to the left this time. Tries to get shifty here as he goes towards that left sideline. He'll be pushed out of bounds. Looks like 3:47 here left to go. It's 2nd down and 8. 400 on the Packers, says Dave. Wow. Steve says today, Reggio drops, what is that? Is that a dinosaur? What is that, Reggio? Sarah says, where is DJ Jean? And DJ Jean says, Sarah. Thank you, Richard. Cheers, man. Yeah, man, baby boy always comes first. Here's the snap, looking left, throwing left. Good catch on that left-hand side. Cody Schrader will pick up 5 yards. 2nd down and 8 becomes 3rd down and 3, and the football has now been moved out to the Green Bay 24. So from the 29 to the 24, the clock is ticking. The Denver Broncos have the football, and they continue to push into Green Bay territory. So they're pushing and pushing and pushing, and they've got this Green Bay squad pinned up towards their own red zone. So can the Broncos capitalize here? 2:45 here left to go. Shotgun formation. Jarrett Stidham will hand this one off, and it looks like it's going to be no gain here as a helmet pops off. Someone may want to buckle that chin strap. It's 4th down. McClellan. It's going to be a 4th down and 3 or a 4th down and 4. Do you go for it or nah? Gopher or nah? Go for it or nah? Studham, says Blue Dream. I'm snoozing, says DJ Jean. 4th down and 4. Jarrett Stidham steps up through the pocket. He's on the run. Stidham picks it up. 1st down. 1st down for the Denver Broncos. About 2 minutes here left to go. They are approaching and inside the red zone, guys, so let's get locked in. Denver Broncos have reached the red zone, guys. It's 1st and 10 at the Green Bay 19-yard line. 1:40 here left to go. Under center, Jarrett Stidham. Waits for the snap. You got motion on the field to the right-hand side. A lot of misdirection. This looks like it's going to be a clear. Oh, a muffed snap right here going down. Jarrett Stidham has to throw himself on top of the football. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 11 and a loss of 1. Uh-oh. Inside the red zone. A bad snap there. They went for it and they converted, guys. It's 2nd down and 11. Christian says we're making a comeback. Worked the fields Friday and got paid satchel of corn. I had to shuck 3/4 of a large knapsack. Now what do I do with all this corn? Shotgun. 2 left, 2 right, balanced formation. There's a look to the end zone. It's popped up in the air, and it's an incomplete pass. Looking for Hakeem Butler. The incomplete pass will stop the clock. It's 3rd down and 11 at the Green Bay 20. A touchdown would be much better than a field goal if you're Denver. A field goal is still a 2-possession game. A touchdown makes it a 1-possession game. You want that touchdown. You want that touchdown. It's 3rd down and 11. Shotgun. 2 left, 2 right again from the left hash. Jarrett Stidham takes the snap, the 4-man rush. The look to the left pylon, the throw on the back shoulder fade, looking for Hakeem Butler again. It's 4th down and 11, and something tells me they are going to bring out the leg. I think it's time for the Broncos to call it what it is and bring out Will Lutz. I'm not going to call him by the nickname that you guys gave him, although it is a good nickname. Let's see. Sam says, I accidentally stumbled across one of your games early. I'm guessing in your first season. You've definitely improved exponentially since then. You've definitely become more comfortable in your skin since then, says Sam Pike. Thank you, Sam Pike. Yeah, dude. Just like anything, you just need to get your reps in. Just get your reps in, and then you'll be better. Anyways, the field goal was good, and the Broncos have made this a 10-point game. The score is 23-13, and the Broncos looking to get back in this one. They're down by 10 as we approach the 4th quarter here, guys. We'll see how the Broncos perform in the final 15 minutes of this game. Appreciate you, Sam. Let's see. Me and my wife had our second son on August 20th. That was yesterday. Congratulations, Tony. Also a screen pass on 3rd and long in his special, says Blue. Miss it, says Dan Almos. Ashley Deverick with the dab right there. Lots of football left. If the Broncos score, they get a real shot. This is what we call the Sean Payton special, 3 out and punt. You know, that's not fair. The Denver Broncos did get all the way to the playoffs and do very well. I mean, I get it, but Broncos and Davis Webb are mutually parting ways. Congratulations to Tony. Congratulations, Tony. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, that was this year. I mean, I'm guessing. I don't know if that was yesterday or not, but let's see. DJ Gene, I see you. Fourth quarter is on the horizon, guys. Really quick for those Green Bay Packer fans who are still watching. And you know what? I've done a really bad job of this today. I need to do my YouTubey things. So YouTubey things. Guys, we've only got about 800 people watching. Do we have enough likes right now? 531 likes. I think we can get the likes up to at least 600 right now. Yeah, man, smash the like button. Hang out with us. Give us some of your time here today. Let me actually pop over and take another look at this. Take a look at something else. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm definitely a glutton for punishment here. And let's take a look at the man, the myth, the legend himself. And interestingly enough, no way. I wonder why Tom Grossi is not doing today's game. Okay, most important preseason game ever. I went to go check out Tom Grossi's channel. He's not streaming today's game. Anyways, Packers week 1 against the Vikings, week 2 against the Jets, week 3 Thursday night football against the Falcons, and week 4 is going to be Sunday against the Buccaneers. Not the toughest schedule I've ever seen. Green Bay should honestly get off to a 4-0 start. Meanwhile, the Denver Broncos have a much tougher assignment. Denver Broncos schedule looks very tough. They're calling an illegal formation here on the kickoff. Flag on the play here on the Denver Broncos kickoff. It's going to be the Green Bay Packers with the football right now at the 40. Let's see. Glutton for punishment, says Todd Tier. At least you were able to cut it to 10. But still down, yep. Time to see if Sam Ehlinger can bring this team back. He may be added, I don't know. Tom said he was or not. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing right now. 1st and 10. Dropping back. Delivering a pass this time. It's going to be caught at the 40-yard line, down at the 32. What a play for Isaiah Nayer. 27 yards. 1st down, Green Bay. This will take us to the end of the quarter here. The Green Bay Packers quickly move the ball here. So Green Bay Packers looked pretty good. We'll actually go all the way here to the 4th quarter in just a moment. This is going to continue to tick. Tick, tick, ticking away. Let's also change this for those of y'all who have not drafted yet. Top projected quarterbacks scrolling by at the bottom of the screen. You can see that down there at the bottom. Tom is a Packers fan, guys. Let's see. Thanks, Katandra. Time for a turnover. No Tom Grossi with the Packers game. Weird, says Nightingale. So that's what I'm saying, dude. You know what's crazy? That, like, how this man walked so that we could run as YouTubers. Like, I got a lot of respect for the game, man. Got a lot of respect for the game. We're also still looking to pick up 25 subscribers, guys. We want to get to 148.1. He did a live Q&A watching the game, says John Tonian. But he didn't do the whole game. That's okay. I need to do more of these Q&As. Oh, he does the Friday night Q&A. That's right. That does make sense. I need to be more like Tom. If I'm being 100% honest, I need to do more than just live streaming games. Would love to start doing additional segments. I'm planning on releasing, by the way, some of you guys might think I'm crazy. I don't know if y'all want to hear my predictions for the NFC East. But I do have my NFC East. Hold on, let's pull this up my sheets. I do have my NFC East predictions here. Here we go. Okay, opening a big file right now. And I've got my wins and losses right now. I'm looking at the Dallas Cowboys schedule, and I've got the Dallas Cowboys this year. Some of y'all might think I'm crazy. I'm tempering my expectation for the Dallas Cowboys. I've got them at 9-8 this year. I could see them going 10-7, but I got them at 9-8. I got the Eagles at 11-6. So I got the Eagles in first. I got the Cowboys at 9-8, maybe 10-7. I've got the Washington Commanders at 7-10, and the New York Giants also at 7-10. I think the NFC East is going to be a really good division, and it's going to get really tough there as well. But I literally went up and down this list. Look, check this out. I literally went up and down this list and put player by player, position by position, or not player by player, position by position. I went week by week and went up and down this entire schedule and like broke them down, whether it was home or away, and like did my wins or loss table. And I went up and down this whole list, and if I change it to a win or a loss, it'll like automatically. I made a pivot table for all of these, and I'm jumping like between tabs and made my own little pivot table. Anyways, that'll be one of the next videos that comes out before the season starts. That's something that I was working on today, but got pulled off to the side. Anyways, fourth quarter has just started, and the opening play of quarter number 4 is going to be a tackle for a loss. -3 yards by the rookie Jaden Nixon. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 13. Ouch. So 2nd down and 13 as we start quarter number 4. Clock is ticking. Yeah, I definitely need to do what Tom does and cover more than just the game itself. But, yeah, that'll be on my list of things. Let's see. Question, why don't you do commentary for UFC numbered cards, like only big UFC cards? You would do really well if you know MMA. Daniel, I do know MMA. It's funny. I actually ran across an old jiu-jitsu friend of mine today while we were out just in the wild. And I asked him today, I was like, you still roll on the mat, man, dude? You still fight? You still get in the cage? And he says, yeah, I do it all the time. Yeah, that could be fun. I mean, I could do some UFC fights, but they always have, like, weird times. Shotgun formation. I got 2 receivers left, a tight end and a receiver on the right here. Motion on the field. Kyle McCord takes the snap from the 30-yard line. Kyle McCord delivers a beautiful pass to Isaiah Nayer. Again, 3 receptions, 47 yards. First down, Green Bay Packers. That's an 11-yard gain this time as McCord connects with Isaiah Nayer. The tackle was made by Reese Taylor. Reese Taylor makes the tackle there for the Denver Broncos. 13 minutes. I don't know what that was. 13 minutes. Mario, do you mean pre-recorded videos? Yes, Sarah. I do mean pre-recorded videos. When I say long form, that's what I mean. Pre-recorded videos versus live. Holy smokes, what a run this time. The football goes from the Denver 19-yard line to the Denver 3. What a run here. First down. Green Bay Packers, it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal coming up for the Green Bay Packers. They're at the 3-yard line. Jaden Nixon was looking negative for a while there. Jaden Nixon, the rookie, had -3 yards. This was a 16-yard run. That means that Nixon is now positive net yardage. 2 carries for 13 yards here. Nixon saying, I am not about to be cut from this roster. He ends up hurting Tyson Anderson. Played 17 games last season with the Bengals. He was signed by the Broncos as a free agent this year. And he's now walking to the sideline holding that left hand and wrist. He'll go to the medical tent. They're going to take a look at him. We got about 13 minutes here left to go. Green Bay Packers with the football. It's 1st and goal at the 3. Under center, Kyle McCord drops back, looks to the left, back pylon, incomplete pass. Stops the clock with 12:47. 2nd down and 10. Second down and goal at the Denver 3. Michael says, didn't spell that right. Mr. Keith. Yes, dude, I know. It does get old, but in all fairness, Mr. Keith, I do definitely ask for subscribers quite a bit on this channel. What I'll never ask you for is, okay, hang on. Touchdown Green Bay. Jaden Nixon, the rookie, scored a touchdown on that play, a 3-yard touchdown plunge, and that's going to put points on the board now for the Green Bay Packers. Now, the score is 29-13. The Broncos have officially let this game get away from them, and I don't see the Broncos coming back from a 17-point deficit in the 4th quarter. Can they? Maybe. Will they? Probably not. So touchdown Green Bay. Here comes the extra point attempt. Mr. Keith. Back to you, my friend. Mr. Keith. I do not ever ask for super chats like a lot of other channels do that are constantly saying, oh, if you guys want to up the prize for this, you got to leave more money. I'm never going to ask you guys for super chats. I'm never going to ask you guys for that kind of stuff. I'm never going to promote any sports gambling on this channel anymore either. We used to do that, not anymore. We're focused on the investing side of things. Now, if you guys play your sports books, y'all do your thing. I just hope that y'all are having fun. At the end of the day, Mr. Keith, that's what it's all about. If you guys are having fun and you're hanging out and you're, giving us some of your valuable time to sit back and watch these games with us, dude, that's awesome. Like, that's what I appreciate. Now, the real part is that in order to keep the channel alive, we do need subscribers. And in order for the channel to continue growing, you know what I'm going to say, we need subscribers. So, fact of the matter is, 70% of the people who watch this channel, I checked the analytics, it's 70% are not currently subscribed, and I'm okay with that. But if you've been here 3, 4, 5 times and you still haven't subscribed, today could be that day. All right, cool. Well then, Cassandra says, I'm having fun. Good night, Todd. Good night, Christian. Let's see. Anyone that appreciates Mario and his work? Thank you, man. I appreciate you, real appreciate you, real Bill P, man. Rock and roll. I love it here, says Sarah. And Pause says hello. Good night to Christian. Still waiting for my fist bump, says Jacob. Bro, hang on. We're not even going to do it on this screen. We're going to go full screen for this. I got you, Jacob. Boom. See that? I got you, brother. What's up, dude? Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Ace says, I don't even watch football, but Mario is one of my only damn constants that you can count on. What's up, Ace? How are you, dude? Welcome back, bro. Welcome back. Appreciate you, man. That is a comment that I like to see there for sure. Am I the only one watching this game and baseball at the same time? Green Bay, you're probably a Milwaukee Brewers fan, so yes. If I had to guess, you've got the Green Bay Packers and the best team in baseball right now. Pretty wild. Not bad to be from Wisconsin right now. I'll be watching the Super Bowl again with you this year. Thank you. What's up, dude? Thank you. Thanks for checking in. Beatriz says Pat, by the way. Bear Schweiger says hello. Seriously, bro, a touchdown, 29-13. And the PAT, PAT, by the way, says Beatrice. Yes, I added the extra point attempt. Hey, Tracy Simmons, Jacobson. Yeah, I love being here, says David Bacco. Let's see. Yo, Mario, I haven't watched since the NBA Finals. It's great to be back. Logan, welcome back, dude. Yo, come back during the regular season when when this is like at the height, guys, you thought basketball was fun? Just wait till the football season starts to pick up here, man. When we get to week 16, 17, and 18, and we've got 7,000, 8,000 people watching at the same time, that's when things get lit around here. Here is going to be the run that gets out to the, looks like Katsis gets this out to about the 29-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos now. Quarter number 4, 12 and a half minutes. Fist my bump, says Rocky from Arid, says Frederick. Frederick, what's up, man? John Tonian says, Mario, when I subscribed, you had 39,000 subscribers. 148 now. Hey, man, still going. Still going. Here's the snap, dropping back, looking right, looking left, dumping it off underneath here. It will be caught for a 6-yard pickup. 6-yard pass, Justin Jolly. Is it Jolie or Jolly? I think it's Justin Jolie, actually. Justin Jolie is what I heard from my TV set. It's 2nd down and 4. Coming up now, Sam Ehlinger is finally in. Sam Ehlinger, 2nd down and 4. Shotgun formation from the 35-yard line. Broncos snap, handoff, Cody Schrader to the left. Schrader shreds him, picks up a good 6-yard run. And that's going to be good for a 1st down. 1st down, Denver Broncos. Let's start this clock. Take a minute off of it right now. Great movie reference. Hail Mary Project, says Mr. Keith. Sid Hant says, in my country, they don't show preseason. Well, snap. Well, we're here for you, man. All right, guys. We still do, okay, here's a good run to the left-hand side. That's going to be almost enough for a 1st down. It's another 6-yard gain right here. 4 yards short as Ehlinger runs to the left-hand side and is chased out of bounds. So 2nd down and 4 coming up at the Denver 46. 2nd down and 4 at the Denver 46. 11 minutes left to play in this football game. Break. Ehlinger is in the shotgun right now. A man standing to his right. Ehlinger takes the snap on 2nd down and 4 from the 36. Hits Justin Jolie on the play. The officials look like they're going to mark this down at the 50. That's good enough for a Denver Broncos. 1st down, Denver. The Broncos pick up another one. I watch games live and mute them, says Real Bill P. 2 first downs in a row, says Average Army Joe. Nice to have, right? It's been tough sledding here for the Broncos in this game. Another shotgun formation. Again, Sam Ehlinger with a running back on his right hip. The snap comes in. Sam looks to the left. Ooh, he's going to break a tackle. He slips away. Sam Ehlinger is now going to run, tries to pick up any yardage he can. He'll gain a yard in the process. 1st and 10 becomes 2nd down and 9. So 2nd down and 9 coming up right here. Looks like the Denver Broncos are going to be calling a timeout with 9:36 left to go, so we can go ahead and do that. Take a timeout. Way too many penalties, says Average Joe. Let's see. Dan saying GPG. All right, how many votes did we get today? 1,340 votes, not half bad. Timeout called there by Sam Ehlinger. All right, guys, since we're in the middle of a commercial break and this timeout's probably going to be at least 60 seconds, let's ask a question that has nothing to do with football, shall we? Let's see. Favorite morning cartoon. You guys remember morning cartoons? I don't know if Gen Z or if the new kids do that. But what was your favorite morning cartoon growing up? I had a handful of them. Favorite morning cartoon for me on Saturdays, though, was definitely Pokemon back in the day. We're in the middle of a commercial break. I'm going to chat with you guys and get a sense of who you all are. What kind of cartoons influenced y'all? Average Joe says Pink Panther. Pebble says Roadrunner. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Definitely not a morning cartoon, but I see you. Roadrunner and Popeye. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. SpongeBob all day for sure. Bugs Bunny Roadrunner. Ren and Stimpy, okay. Hey Bear is like, well, a very different Hey Bear. I don't know if it's the same Hey Bear that I watch with my son, but X-Men says Yo Ab Breaks. Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Tom and Jerry was my favorite cartoon growing up. Turtles, the Ninja Turtles, I would guess. Roadrunner says Robert Zamora. Speed Racer says David Bacco. What's up, Richard? Great job now looking at U.S. football now with you. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate you, man. Mega Man. Someone says Park, Rocky, and Bullwinkle. The Looney Tunes. Well, probably. I, too, was probably a Pokemon person, yeah. Rick and Morty. Animated X-Men. G.I. Joe. We have 700 views, folks. Flintstones. We got more than that. Godzilla with Godzuki. The Wonder Twins, G.I. Joe, Bluey, Bugs Bunny, Captain Harlock. I've never heard of that. Thundercats, yeah. Mighty Max. I don't know. I do remember Gargoyles. I didn't grow up with Rocky and Bullwinkle, but I did. Had plenty, but I think I'll go with X-Men. Watched Pokemon when I played football. 4:30 in the morning, says Tino. Speed Racer. The Flintstones was a good one. I do remember the Flintstones for sure. Pedro Picapiedra. Los Picapiedras. Packers and Brewers. It's going to be a legendary year for real. For sure, Bullwinkle. Still watch it on TV. Nobody watched the Jetsons? Johnny Quest. Do, 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 do. All right, guys, commercial break is over. Thanks for carrying me through that here, guys. Sam Ehlinger was just bagged, and now he fumbles the football. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and extra long, 3rd down and 13, and 9:23 here left to go. Heather Cliff, I didn't know that one. Scooby-Doo, we watched. Transformers. Beavis and Butthead. I think I remembered, like, the Angry Beavers. And All Real Monsters, like the best Nickelodeon shows. Invader Zim. 3rd down and 13. 9 minutes here left to play in this game. Sam Ehlinger licks the fingers. He's got an empty backfield here. The snap comes in. He surveys. He runs out of time. Oh, my goodness. He is absolutely crushed on the play. And down he goes. Anthony Campbell smashes his teeth out right there. It is now 4th down and 22. Sam Ehlinger got blown up on this one. Billy and Mandy for sure. Invader Zim is actually goated. I am Meatwad. The Snorks. Marvin the Martian. Dragon Tales. We've watched Dragon Tales with Sammy. 4th down and 22. The Denver Broncos are getting ready to punt this one, guys. There is the boot. It is not very high hanging, but it's got some depth to it. So a big, big punt. And unfortunately, that punt does sail out of bounds. So that punt sailing out of bounds means the clock will stop with 8:09. It's 1st and 10 for the Green Bay Packers now, as Jeremy Crawshaw gives the football back to Green Bay. Green Bay definitely did a great job. DuckTales. Yes, DuckTales, bro. DuckTales is right there with, like, Darkwing Duck and, like, the Chippendale Rescue Rangers, those chipmunks. DuckTales. Land of the Lost. Let's see, Thomas the Tank Engine. What's going on, Bear Schweiger? I don't know how I missed Sonic Sat AM. Sonic Saturday mornings, says Jared. Can't believe no one said Rocket Power. That's a good one, too. Dun, 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 dun. I did love Rocket Power. Watching you from Guadalajara, Guadalajara. Oscaro. Bienvenidos, mi amigo. Siempre es un placer para estar aquí con ustedes. Me llamo Mario Manuel. Soy dominicano, pero conozco varias áreas de México y de Latinoamérica, que yo viví un par de meses en Argentina. También, como acabo de decir, mi familia es de la República Dominicana, entonces me creí en una casa dominicano y por eso hablo español. Outside of that, I don't speak Spanish. I just hang out. Anyways, we're having fun, man. Freakazoid, bro, what a name drop. I forgot about that. And the Animaniacs, Rocco's Modern Life, Doug. Do 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 do. I am 45. I still wake up like Meatwad. I like Aqua Teen Hunger Force for sure. Mario and crew, no worries, Real Bill. Brother, you have a great night, man. We're going to be here tomorrow. Again, it's going to be super late. I don't expect a huge turnout for the Dallas Cowboys versus Arizona Cardinals tomorrow. But if you guys want to come by and watch me live stream until midnight, I will be here for that game. And that's what I got. Hey, David Bacco, says Bear Schweiger. He-Man ruled. I didn't watch He-Man. I didn't really get to watch He-Man. Let's see. Squidbillies is goated. I just don't think that a blonde guy should have a bowl cut. Like, outside of his muscles without that bowl cut. What are you doing, bro? Right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen. A flag comes in on the play. 8:03 here left to go. I'll be here for that, says John. Popeye the Sailor Man. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Offsides, defense. Replay first down. It's 1st and 5 now as the Denver Broncos continue to hurt themselves in this game. 8 minutes left to go. The clock is ticking. I think the officials are going to try to keep this clock running. My dreams are dead and buried. Love that show, says Shaky. War live streams? Are you looking forward to? What live streams am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to the start of week 1, dude. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. A 4-yard run to the left-hand side. Not enough for a first down. It's 2nd down and 1, though. Good, decent run there. This time it's Jaden Nixon who gets the carry on a 4-yard run. Jordan Miller makes the tackle. So 2nd down and 1. Ask what the favorite cereal is. I mean, there's nothing to ask there. The best cereal ever made is Reese's Puff cereal. Like, come on. If it ain't Reese's Puff cereal, do you even eat cereal? 2nd down and 1, a throw to the right, a 6-yard catch there. Thomas Yasmin is going to make the grab. That's good for a Green Bay Packers. First down for Green Bay. It moves the football to the Green Bay 36-yard line. 1st and 10. Green Bay 36. Kyle McCord is now 9 of 15 for 92 yards. That was Thomas Yasmin's first catch of the day here. So we got a 1st and 10. On my TV screen, it says 1st and 10 at the 36. Shotgun. Waiting for the snap right now in the shotgun formation. Kyle McCord takes it. Blitz coming in. McCord gets rid of it quickly. Hits Will Shepard on the far flat there. It's going to be a 5-yard gain. It brings up a 2nd down and 5. Clock continues to tick. Actually, it looks like the clock might have stopped. Forward progress. No, it's ticking. Okay, cool. Captain Crunch. Mario has the correct take on cereal. Quisp and Quake. Lucky Charms. You pronounced Cinnamon Toast Crunch wrong. The taste you can see. Now that is a good shot. Fireball and rum chata mixed together. Here's a handoff to the right, and looks like it's not going to be enough for a first down. 3rd down coming up here. 3rd down and 1 at the Green Bay 45. So the Green Bay Packers are facing a 3rd down right now. They are on their own 45-yard line, have yet to cross midfield. 3rd down and 1. They might be able to convert right now. Having Riley Moss be injured with a rib injury could be a problem here. Running to the right-hand side, and it looks like on 3rd down and 1, it's a 2-yard pickup this time. Martinez finally in. Damian Martinez getting his carries here. So Damian Martinez, 2nd carry of the day. He's got 6 yards here today. 30-13, and Damian Martinez is probably about to be force-fed as the Green Bay Packers are going to keep the football on the ground here. My dad was a Frosted Flakes kind of guy. He loved his Frosted Flakes. They're great. Handoff here, 1st and 10 from the Green Bay 47 is now a 2nd down and 6 at the Denver 49. This did just cross the midfield line. Only just the 3rd carry of the day for Damian Martinez was good for 4 yards. So Martinez runs up the middle to the Denver 49-yard line on a 4-yard pickup. It's 2nd down and 6. Single back formation. Single back formation. Kyle McCord under center, directing traffic. McCord takes it. Hands this, sells that handoff pretty well. It looked like he was dropping back for a pass. That did give Damian Martinez enough space to pick up about 4 yards. It makes it a 3rd down and 2 here. So Martinez went down, 3rd down and 2. It does not move the chains. Here comes another chance. Raisin Bran, blech. Maybe Raisin Bran Crunch, but Raisin Bran Solo, eh. Who watches F1 racing? I watch F1, says Otimio Parker. What's up, Otimio? 3rd down and 1, more like 3rd down in inches. It's going to be a 4-yard run here. Call it 3 yards from Kyle McCord on a quarterback sneak. It's good for a Green Bay Packers 1st down. 1st down moves them to the Denver 42. Chex cereal, gross. What's the worst cereal out there? What's the one cereal that you're just like, hard pass, bro? Like, you're looking at that and you're just, that's not for me. I think I'd put Chex in that list. I did like, surprisingly, I really liked Kix cereal. Here's the drop back for McCord. He has a hand on his shoulder pad, delivers anyways. What a throw to Shepard, 20 yards, 1st down, Green Bay Packers. Will Shepard making a crazy catch right here. And not just that, but Kyle McCord was under duress. He literally had a Broncos defender with a hand on his shoulder pad. He shakes it off, delivers the throw, throws a dart, and hits the man right in the hands. What a play. 1st down, Green Bay. At the 22-yard line, it's 1st and 10 for the Packers as we approach that 2-minute warning. Under center, Kyle McCord in the 2-minute drill, or as we approach the 2-minute drill. Handoff to the left. Down at the 20-yard line, Damian Martinez. 2nd down and 8. This takes us to the 2-minute warning, guys. So it'll be the 2-minute warning when we get back from this commercial break. Packers are going to win this game. No surprise there. Stay away from Fruitios, says. Let's see. McCord is balling. We're forgetting Fruit Loops. Still not on my top favorite list. But I will take Fruit Loops over Apple Jacks. Cocoa Puffs call me crazy. I can't stand the stuff. You can't stand Cocoa Puffs? The cereal that looks like the Black Eyed Peas. That's the Frosted Smacks, the frog. That's the one with the frog. Kick cereal sucks. Let's see. Cocoa Pebbles, Funky Chocolate. I didn't like Fruity Pebbles either. They're okay. Fruity Pebbles are okay. Fruity Pebbles, in a past life, I used to make delicious products with fruit cereal, but we don't make those products anymore. Let's see. Broncos cereal sucks, says Shaky. Oh, does anybody remember the Tim Duncan O's? Tim Duncan had his own cereal that it was like they were like Fruit Loops or Apple Jacks, just like circle O's there. But they were like cookies and cream based cereal, and Tim Duncan was like, that was his thing. Let's see. Body Buddies. I support all my former Buckeyes. Honeycomb. Oh, Honeycombs. Where me want Honeycombs. That was good. I think I've predicted the winner every time. Maybe I should start betting, says Sue. Uh-oh, Sue. Be careful there. Be careful there. Looks like you're playing an A major chord on that piano there, Sue. Am I right? Am I right? That looks like an A major, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Remember, guys, you can't say enjoyable without saying enjoy a bowl. Okay. Shredded wheat, Captain Crunch. I did like Captain Crunch. Let's see. That's where you start to lose, says Nine's Journey. Raisin Bran. Wow, all this talk of cereal made me remember Flutie Flakes. Never heard of Flutie Flakes. Slam Dunkin' and Dunkin' O's. Nice. Someone remembers. Someone remembers. Right, says Sue. Got you. I got you. I know a little bit of piano. I could play the keys. I could play the keys a little bit. I'm not great or anything, but I know the difference between a major and a minor. That was funny, says Dana. Says Dan Almost. All right, folks. Peanut butter Captain Crunch. Yum. Honey Nut Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios are a classic for sure. Oops All Berries for sure. Oh, yeah, guys. No, there's a reason that we're talking about cereal and not about football right now. Let's be for real, for real. Like, I'm just trying to connect with you guys over here on this side. This game is done. It's 2nd down and 8. And a 2nd down and 8 with 2 minutes here left to go. Little play action this time, running to the right-hand side. This is going to be a throw and almost an interception here. 3rd down and 8 comes up, 1:53 on the clock. They could have kept that clock ticking, and they had just kept it on the floor. Krusty the Clown cereal. Love our fellow pianist in the chat, says John J. Matthews. Yeah, I can play a little bit, man. I actually taught myself when I was in choir in high school. It was really just a matter of just learning the basics just to survive. 3rd down and 8. 20-yard line. We are at the edge of the red zone. Here's the snap, dropping back, looking left, throwing left, and not getting the first down there. Looks like this will bring up a 4th down and 7, but the clock is still ticking. The Denver Broncos are not going to use this timeout just yet. Broncos not going to use their timeout. They are down by 17 at this point. It's a 3-possession game. There's no way the Denver Broncos are coming back at this time. French Toast says Stunt Girl. Broncos didn't get off the bus today. 38-yard field goal attempt coming up right now. Should be an easy kick right here for the Green Bay Packers. The kick is up. The kick is indeed successful. So the Packers put 3 more points on the board. Packers put 3 points on the board. Dude should have put the rent on Green Bay, says Maroon Commando. Pokemon with the cheese puff and bee horsies. Oh, Coral Apple Jacks. All right. Let's see. Granola mix cereal. Run the ball. Shaking my head, says Dan. We'll stop the clock, guys. 1:05 here. That's actually easier to just do this. Yeah, 1:05 here left to go. Denver Broncos going to get a chance for one final drive. So if anybody has any Broncos players they are waiting for to score some fantasy points, this is your last chance. This will be your last chance, guys. Special K turned you into a Fruity O, says Mr. 80s Mike. What up, Mr. 80s Mike? How are you? All right, guys, don't forget the next game for the Denver Broncos is next week on Friday. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is Vikings at Broncos. Week 1 for the Denver Broncos. They've got the Chiefs. Is that a win or a loss? I'll pause right there. Talk to me, chat. Those of y'all who are in here, I'm guessing that, like, of the people still left, you guys are the real OGs. But talk to me in the chat. Are the Broncos winning or losing Week 1? Just type L or W for Broncos Week 1 Monday Night Football at Kansas City. Is that an L or a W? Time to play the drums all day long for money, says Stunt Girl. I can do that too. Pause and Grow TV says L. So Pause and Grow thinks that the Broncos will lose to the Chiefs in Week 1 Monday Night Football. I mean, it's possible. Pebble says L. Skull Vikings. L. Ashley says a W for the Broncos in Week 1 over the Chiefs. LaShawn Korb thinks the Chiefs are going to get the win. Cowie Psycho right here says that this is going to be a win for the Denver Broncos. Robert says the Chiefs will win. I see more L's than W's here, guys. I did week 1 pick'em, says David Bacco. Rock and roll, David. Week 2. I think the Broncos should beat the Jaguars in week 2. I got to change my TV screen. It did close me out one more time, guys. We are about to get this kickoff here as the Green Bay Packers are going to send this back to the Denver Broncos for the final, likely the final possession of the game. But for week 2, I think that'll be a W. I honestly think the Denver Broncos are going to go 2-2. I think the Denver Broncos might go 2-2 or 1-3 to start the season. Not exactly the start that they wanted, but they could definitely recover from that. And this is way too loud for nothing going on, so let me turn this off. Cool. All right. Touchback here. 1st and 10 at the Denver Broncos 35. The Broncos in garbage time. Let's see if they can get something done. Let's see you Saturday night if I can get enough. Yeah. Oh, well, Stunt Girl, I'll be here tomorrow night. It's going to be super late. Don't burn yourselves out on football all day tomorrow. I'll be here for the Cowboys game. Life cereal. Mikey likes. Here is the snap. They're keeping it on the ground here, guys. Looks like the Broncos have had enough as well. No timeout being called. 53 seconds left to go. Sean Payton knows what he has in his squad. He's not too worried about this game right now. Sam Ellinger is driving the bus. Break. They line up here real quick. 40 seconds left to go in this one, and this game is going to be over here soon enough, guys. The Sugar Smacks, says Dave Olaf. 2nd and 4. It's a handoff. Bounces to the weak side right there. It's going to be enough for a first down, believe that or not. So first down here for the Denver Broncos. They got mollywopped by the Packers today. Flutie Flakes is frosted corn flakes made by former quarterback Doug Flutie. Portion of the profits would be donated to Doug Flutie Foundation for Autism. Very, very. Dude, you've taught me 2 things now today. OTRR. O2RR. And this is the final score for today, guys. That's going to do it for this game. That is the final, ladies and gentlemen. This game is over. All right, the Denver Broncos lose this game. The final score is Green Bay 33, Broncos 13. 33-13. Basically 3 touchdowns. It's a blowout. It's a blowout, and that is it. That'll be it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching today's live stream and hanging out with me tonight. It's 11:04. I think I got an extra 5 or 10 minutes with you right now. Let me grab my chair. Let's talk about what we saw here today. We saw the Green Bay Packers look in really good form against a team that's also a really good team. The Denver Broncos coming into this game, guys, one of the best defenses in the NFL. A Broncos fan would probably make the argument that they were the best defense in the NFL. And looking at the numbers over here, guys, like, that argument can be sound. But offensively, we did not see it here today. And defensively, the Green Bay Packers may not be top tier, but they're also not bums. I don't see any red on this board on the defensive side, and I do think the defense took a step forward, and we saw that here today. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that there were it's a bunch of rookies and it's a bunch of second-string players. But overall, guys, this team looked really well. Get this. Here's the number for today. First downs for the Green Bay Packers, 22 first downs compared to 13 first downs for the Denver Broncos. That's a big difference, guys. That's a massive difference on first downs. Third down conversions, 7 of 14 were converted by the Green Bay Packers. 5 of 12 were converted by the Denver Broncos. The Broncos did go for it on fourth down twice. Once early in the game, they did not convert that one. They did convert the second there. Total net yards, 299 for the Green Bay Packers tonight, 225 for the Denver Broncos. When we look at the total number of plays total number of plays, the Green Bay Packers managed to squeeze out 17 more offensive plays than the Denver Broncos, 67-50. That is a huge number, especially when you put that in percentages. That's like a 30% gain of like plays because of the first downs that they picked up. So Green Bay was going to win this game, like there's no denying it, just those numbers alone. Total completions / attempts, 21 completions compared to 17 completions for the Broncos. Through the air, it was 181 to 155. 3 touchdowns scored today. 2 through the air, 1 on the ground, and was that a pick six? No, it wasn't a pick six earlier. Just 1 touchdown today scored by the Denver Broncos offense. Broncos did have that interception. They also fumbled the football twice. They didn't have any lost fumbles. They did win the board on kick returns, 170 kick return yards compared to 141, but that didn't change much. And I'm just going through some of these right here. They're showing the red zone efficiency. Man, that's rough. So 3 out of the 4 drives for the Green Bay Packers, check this out, 3 out of the 4 drives for the Green Bay Packers resulted in touchdowns when they got into the red zone. That's 75%, guys, 75% success rate inside the red zone today for the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, 0% today for the Denver Broncos. Their 1 touchdown that they got was from the 21-yard line, so they didn't even score inside the red zone. Crazy to think. Let's see. Sam says, I wonder how many guys that were playing tonight will be playing in college next month. Oh, that's brutal, Sam. Hopefully not too many. 9 p.m. Texas time for the Cowboys game tomorrow, guys, if y'all want to join me. Thank you, Ashley Deverick. I appreciate you. Ashley, thank you. Let's take a look at how tonight's stream went. Wasn't sure what to expect out of tonight's stream. We did break 600 likes, which was our goal for today. 32,000 views. Oh, the graph looks rough. That's okay. But that's what happens when you have a blowout game. If it was a close game, it'd be different. If you guys want to see something cool, stick around. I'm going to show y'all some of the analytics for today's live stream. I'm going to show you all the analytics for today's live stream so y'all can see how we did. I'm guessing that everyone who's still here is probably someone who actually cares. So let's take a look at this. Average view duration, you can see right there, guys, 527 for today's live stream. Take a look at this right here. Let's bring this actually up a little bit. Whoops. Let's bring this up just a hair. Good look at Basaki. Let's actually do that. Let's do it this way. Let's bring this one over. Stats will unlock you. Move that over. Show you guys some of the analytics for today's live stream. So it looks like we pulled in 32,000. That's not bad at all, man. That's not bad at all. We can condense this a little bit. 32,000 views for today. Average view time at 527. Maybe someone can do the math for me. I think that's like 6. How many hours of watch time is that? I'm trying to think of how many hours. That's got to be like a few thousand hours of watch time at that point. So not a bad stream for today. Sometimes our chat rate is at like 50 or something like that. That's how many we get like per minute or whatever. We had like 5 chats per minute. We could totally blow that up before the next one. But yeah, not bad. Y'all can see the graph over here as well. As we got into halftime, we started to spike here at 1,100 is what we capped out at. And as the game got more and more out of hand, it started to dip and dip and dip, and then towards the end of the game, we just dropped off. So that's what happens on games that are one-sided. Then the graph will take a dip at halftime and blow back up if we end up having like a big game. If we end up having like a big game that ends up taking it to like the fourth quarter or whatever, and it's like down to the wire, those are the fun games to cover. Let's make sure I'm in the right spot. Anyways, okay, cool. Well, that's it. Yeah, 33,000, something like that. Something like that. 181,000 hours. Definitely not 181,000 hours. Your math is a little bit off right there for sure, Pebble. Definitely a little bit off right there for sure. I think we got to move that decimal point a little bit over to the left. Maybe 1,000, maybe 1,800 hours, but let's see. Yosemite National Park, Half Dome Mountain shape. Bear first game, I think, is on 9-9. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be live, man. Sarah, cheers. Thank you. Broncos offense didn't have the mojo tonight. They didn't. 7,545 hours, says Pebble. Are you sure, Pebble? Are you sure? I think 32,000 or 33,000 views divided by, let's just round up to 6 minutes. At 6 minutes a pop, you could imagine that 10 of those would equal 1 hour. Oh, that's just, I'm just going to have to plug that into a calculator. I'm just going to have to plug that into a calculator. Either way, good game, says Dave. No worries. I'll be here for tonight's game, I promise. I always keep my promise. Ashley, I'll be here too. I promise. So thank you. Pebble's math's like I do. Sorry, 3,000 hours. There we go. Thank you, Pebbles. Thank you, Pebbles. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to be it for me tonight. 3,000 hours of watch time. Not half bad. We almost could have monetized the channel on this one stream. Man, for those of y'all who enjoyed this, let me do one final thing and show you guys the schedule for next week as well. So y'all saw this week's schedule. We're doing the Cowboys and the Cardinals and the Seahawks and the Titans. Next week for the final preseason, we are going to do 4 games again. It'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Next Saturday, I'm not on baby duty, so I'll be able to do that Lions and Colts game. Should be cleared to go for that one. And there's 2 games on Saturday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Saturday. Just taking a look right there. There is no Sunday football for preseason week 3. It's just a doubleheader on Saturday. And honestly, I would totally do a triple header, but I don't think they have slots for that. And my night will be over pretty soon with the Bears and Titans. Why did I pick the Bears and the Titans? Why the hell did I pick the Bears and the Titans? We covered the Titans the week before that. We could totally pivot here on the 29th. Oh, that's the only game on the 29th. All the other ones are on the 28th. All of these are Friday games. Most of these are Friday games. And they're all going to be at the same time. Great. So, of course, we're going to do the Cowboys, and it's the Cowboys and the Saints. That should be a fun one. 2 top 10 teams. Yeah, 2 top 10 most followed teams in the NFL. I think that would be a fun one. Thursday should be good, too. And now I'm just thinking out loud, so sorry. Yeah, we'll be doing those games. 3,200 hours viewed, says Jared. Thank you, Jared. Appreciate you, my friend. Hell yeah. Let's go, guys. Cool. All right, man. Well, that's the schedule for next week. Tomorrow we got Cowboys Cardinals. The day after it's Seahawks Titans, and then on September 9th, guys, we're going to kick off this season. It's coming in faster than expected, so that's it, man. I love you guys. I'm going to go ahead and leave for the rest of the night. I'll leave the chat room open for a few extra minutes, but you guys were awesome. Thank you guys for sticking around with me. I know this was a super late game. It'll be a super late game again tomorrow. Anyways, until next time, my name is Mario. You've been watching Football Nation. Let's effing go. Peace out, guys.